So what do I gotta do in here? Is it just gonna pop up
man.
here?
No, you gotta hit like
Refresh.
Hey, we are going. We're live.
Oh,
Yeah, we're live.
is it us, the one person?
What? Oh, I don't know. It might be us. Might be this. Yeah.
But I can't.
Still not there yet.
Not in here. Hey guys,
All right, then you just gotta keep.
or whoever, if it's us.
No, that's all right, because you know,
Hey Tom Strickland.
the people who watch after. Hey.
Hey, hey you.
Still not up. All right.
I think you're lying,
Maybe
man.
go home.
Greetings, David Hesse.
Hey, greetings.
He's on it, man. Happy
No, he's fantastic.
post Boxing Day.
David's really
Happy post Kwanzaa. Well, we'll get in here in a minute. Sorry. Hey, Sean
I'm sure the
Pinkerton.
special trip. Yeah, I'm sure that special trip is going to be brought up too, but we can't.
The one that you're doing?
Yeah, and I can't like. It's not 100%. I still don't have for Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on here. Guys, sorry, we're just trying to get this. There we go. Loaded in here. So I can read. If you have questions, send them over. Is this on mute? I gotta mute it.
I hope so.
'Cause I don't want to
It
hear.
should be.
I don't want to hear you. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Hey, Sean. Hey, David. So tonight's episode, as you can see, is live and unchained,
In effect.
untamed, a lot of in effect. With two live Jews coming at you.
Sabbath Night.
Oh, it's upside. It's backwards. Do we want to be
Is that what that is?
starting something? Yeah, because
I was wondering about that. That's fine.
Oh, it
I'm
is.
reading.
Okay, sweet.
I'm reading.
Good.
We're seeing it backwards.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So it's post Christmas. We're a couple days after Christmas.
Yep.
2 days, right?
Yeah. Hey, Kristen.
Chris. Hey, I know it's late over there. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Oh, no, it's late.
7 hours ahead. Never mind. It's really early in the morning.
5 hours ahead.
All right, guys. Hi.
Yeah, it's late.
Late night.
But Chris always tries to make an effort to pop in.
Thanks for coming in, bro.
Even if it's like 11 or 12 over there.
Christmas was awesome. We're gonna go through the Hall and Oates of Christmas.
Hi, Chris and Talia. Hello, Chris and Victoria.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Yeah.
Baba Ganoush. So,
how was your Christmas? Was your Christmas magical and jingly and jolly?
Tell us all that.
Tell us about your
Did
Christmas.
you see old Chris Kringle? Did you see old Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Coming up on escaping from your fireplace. Yeah.
He was escaping from my heart.
He was going into my heart.
Into your tip?
So we got a lot of things to talk about today.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'll answer any questions y'all
Yeah,
have.
send over all your questions.
Good Sean. His
friggin' rocked.
Nice.
He had
Was a sexy Christmas here. Thanks, guys. Had a lovely one. Did you?
We did.
We did. We're going to talk a little bit about it. My Christmas spirit definitely amped up the days leading up to Christmas. As a lot of you know, it hasn't been the best time the last 5-6 months here in Sievageville. Lots of things piling on, and once we got into near the holidays, some more things was piling on, and I was getting stressed and I was getting worried about things, and
typical Sievage.
so like this Christmas spirit was dampening, and it was really pissing me off because you all know
Sons of bitches.
Christmas is my favorite time of the year. But the days leading up, it was coming back. It was back for the attack. Straight up Bernie Mac. It was good. And that's a fact, Jack. So
Yeah.
in the end, it was a good Christmas, I think. I think it was a good Christmas. And I'm not just talking about present-wise. I'm just talking about, spirit and feeling good and that type of stuff. It could always be better. But it was good. It was good.
I had a good Christmas.
It could always be better, you know.
I had a good Christmas.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. We did, well, so if you watched the last episode of whatever you called it.
Crept from the 80s.
Crept from the 80s. You know, we did a club Christmas, you know, with all the LBP. I don't know. Andrew was here. Tansky was here.
Oh, we had a party.
We had a party.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
2019 will tickle your undercarriage. It shall be better. We have to believe that. Got to be a better year. It's time for him to become something else.
Yeah.
2019's shaping up good.
The red arrow. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's so weird. Like, you know, people, us as a people, as a species, we always we set like these weird goals or dates or things that are like, well, this sucked, but at this date it's gonna be better. You know, it's like, who knows? Who knows? All you can do is live and try to be better all the time, or try to make things better for yourself all the time, and it's just tough. It's tough. You know, it's a very depressing society that we live in, and and it's up to ourselves to try to get us out of those depressing times and make it fun and magical. Live the life that we want to live. Try to, anyway, you know? So, I don't know. Will 2019 be better? It could be.
It could be the best year of our lives.
It could be. It could be. Well, nothing is ever going to beat my life in the 1980s. It just isn't. It just isn't. It hasn't yet.
Chris.
Why do you think I'm hanging on?
You'll never go. They say the fresh start thing is dumb, but it's my crutch right now. LOL.
I mean, that's the way it is, Chris. I totally get it. We all do it, you know, like, man, this year sucked. Next year's got to be better. You know, and I get it. We all say it. We all set those goals to try to one up the last year.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, if it works, great. I'm trying to find that healthy balance of not waiting for that year. You know what I mean? Just living it now. And being able to enjoy now. And so that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing. I kudos the people who can do it. You know?
Hey, man. We had a good 2018.
I didn't.
What?
I didn't have a good 2018.
I did some things that were amazing for 2018.
I know, but in my life as a married husband, and the trials and tribulation that go along with being a married couple, having a house, the job situation, all of that stuff. No, it was not the best year. It was not. Things that happened as far as going places, yeah, I mean...
Well, okay, how about this?
We did a lot.
Was it the worst year that you've had?
No, not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot.
It was a pretty good year.
It was a subpar year. For me.
Good year. For you.
You had a good year. That's good. That's good for you. So you're looking forward to that terrible year next year for yourself.
I don't know. I think it's going to be, you know...
We'll see.
I really do try to live in the now as much as possible. I love the past of 80s and all that kind of stuff. I do. But that happened and it was great, and that was a thing that already happened. The future, I don't know about the future. That's anybody's guess. There's no good reason for getting all depressed. Right? You got me, guys. So, I mean, really, we just don't know what's going to happen in the future, so fuck it. Right here, right now, we're going to do this live show.
I've got that pad and pencil, and I'll give you a piece of my mind.
So, these guys are looking forward to us being idiots for another year. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's coming.
I tend to live in the past and freak about the future. Then the present has already jumped into a canoe and pissed off. Yeah, so that's it, right? You get too worried about one time or another time, you don't experience the things that are happening in this time. And that ain't the way to be. Ain't got time for that.
I'm trying.
Chris Torre, yay, another year of Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make any movies this year? I don't think
No, we haven't made a movie since 2016.
But even like didn't even make the short.
Zero.
Nothing. Well, there's going to be another year of Warlock Home Video Network.
Yeah.
100%. That's happening.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about first?
Do
you want to talk about shows? Do you want to talk about...
Well, we can talk about...
you want to talk about Christmas holidays?
We might as well get rid of some of that self-promotion that I love to do.
Okay. I'm just writing down the list, guys.
So those folks who got the bundles over the holidays, thank you so much. Truly, thank you so much. That helped tremendously. It gave my wife and son a fantastic Christmas. And Casey. Yeah. So thank you, truly. And I hope you enjoy the films. So those peeps who didn't get those bundles, we're going to do... I'm basically selling a 10-movie bundle for $70 shipped.
Are you?
That's any 10 movies. I'll send you the list of the flicks that you can pick from. And that's
Scroll Vengeance.
That's LVP.
For all 10.
That's Warlock, including whatever we have on Blu-ray. You all... yeah, you just pick, and it's 10 movies, 70 shipped. That's good.
That's a steal.
It is a steal.
That's less than $7 a copy when you count in shipping.
Also,
taxes,
folks,
whatever.
I had mentioned it a couple shows ago where I was waiting for the effects guy who is doing the repros of the Teen Ape mask. A replica of the Teen Ape mask that was used in Teen Ape vs. Sexquatch. It was made to look like the original Teen Ape mask. The original Teen Ape mask a fan already owns. So we had a new one made by our old-time effects artist, Jeremy Cottrell.
Yeah.
And I was toying with the idea of selling it to fans because throughout the years I would get messages like, hey, have you ever thought about selling the mask?
Yeah.
Like, offering a replica. And I was like, well, I guess it could be done. And I finally did it. And I said I was going to do it. The effects guy got back to me, told me how much it would cost him and how much he would charge me. And then I put up a price. So it's $110 shipped. Also signed by him and me. And there's only going to be 5 made at first. At first.
Until the full production line goes.
Well, just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do well. Because we get a lot of people that said, ooh, I'm going to get it. And then we announced it and nobody got it.
Right.
So, but I totally understand. It's Christmas. People's money is tied up in family and Christmas and all that stuff. I totally get it. Not Teen Ape. But it should be, because it would have been a great Christmas present.
Someone needs that in a shadow box or in a Iron Maiden down in their basement.
Yeah, so that is on, folks. It is a pre-order. They are made to order, and we're only doing 5 of them.
He's keeping the mold, though, right?
Yeah. The mold is, if it happens to do well, we will do more of them, and we're back to the convention circuit next year, 2019, and we are going to Horror Hound Weekend in Cincinnati, Ohio, which I'm really excited for, to get back in there, to meet fans, to meet new fans, old fans. So there's the possibility that we'll have Teen Ape masks there as well, depending on how well these do. So folks, if you're interested, get a hold of me. warlockhomevideo@gmail.com. Listen to T-Name.
Get that shit.
And same with the 10 movies for $70. Just get a hold of me. So that's self-promotion now.
Sean says, cough, get the Weirdsies cough. Yes, Weirdsies, fantastic film.
Yes. Listen to Sean, folks. Get the Weirdsies.
David says, still need to get home and figure out what I don't own yet. Yes, you do, man.
Yep. Quick update on Death of Lantern, the remake. Okay, the movie, as I said, once I saw the rough draft, it needed tweaks. I gave those tweaks to Clint because I can't edit on my computer, that movie, because we shot it with some top-of-the-line cameras that my shitty computer just could not handle.
No.
So it had to go off to Florida with Clint for him to edit the movie. I saw that rough draft, gave him the tweaks, and then it needed visual effects. Then we got a guy who was a huge fan of LBP and Warlock. He said he would do the visual effects for us. So he went off, and it took him a little longer than it should have. He finally got the visual effects in, sent back to Clint. I've seen them. They are hilarious.
They're actually really good.
They are really good. I mean, the guy he works in Hollywood.
Yeah. Wow. He's doing it right. Whatever.
Whatever you're doing. Those clips are back into the film, but Clint still needs to 100% finish the tweaks that I gave him. And right now, he's just on a couple of the music cues that I needed changed.
Okay.
Once those are done...
He just has to add more fart noises, right?
They are sent... It will be sent to me. The master will be sent to me. And then I can make screener Blu-rays of the movie. And then I will be offering the film. If any of you guys know anybody or know how to do Blu-ray mastering so that we can have menus and extra features on it, let me know. Because that would be fantastic. Because right now, all it's going to be is the movie on a disc that just says play.
Yeah.
Because that's all I have the capability to do with my shitty stuff.
Maybe I can look in.
Maybe you can.
Right now.
Please do.
So just DVD or Blu-ray menus. That's all we got to figure out.
Well, we've also got to be able to add commentary and extra features and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
right.
Again, disc art. Well, there probably won't be disc art, but I mean, talking about the sleeve, the Blu-ray sleeve. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to be because we, always had money lined up to pay people to make the covers for us, the art and everything. We don't have that right now, so I don't know what that will be. Either way, it's coming soon, and thank you guys for being so patient over 2 years in the making.
Will you premiere it at Horror Hound?
Premiere it?
Yeah.
Show it?
Yeah.
No. But we will be selling it at Horror Hound for the first time to a wide audience. Okay. Yes.
Let's catch up a couple of these. Chris says he adore the Weirdsies.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you do.
George Pfeiffer.
It's Greg.
Oh, sorry. Greg. Sorry, Greg.
I know Greg.
The mask won't be covered in monk spunk, will they?
Only if you ask.
That's an extra $5. Actually, just send me a voluptuous and call it a day.
Not a voluptuous magazine, but a voluptuous.
Just a voluptuous.
Like an Amazon, a voluptuous. Send me a voluptuous.
Ooh, I would like that. David says, special feature filled Death of Lantern remake is definitely in the list of titles I want.
Well, we'll see.
I don't blame you.
I would like that too.
See that.
I would like that
Guarantee the audio commentary will be us.
Yeah.
I guess if you did it at Horror, you want to get it done before then.
Yeah, but if it's just a screener, then I'll just be selling the screener. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll probably be you.
David, you could probably get on there too. Yeah.
Are you in?
I'm in something. I'm in it.
Are you in the remake?
I am. I just play a different character. Yeah, I'm one of those bebop dudes.
Oh yeah, the opening.
Yeah, the opening.
In the 50s.
Yes.
Little spoiler there.
What? Don't tell him everything. 2 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was over 2 years ago.
Whew. Okay, so anything else with that? Any other plans in 2019?
Movie wise, listen, I said it before that I am working on 2 scripts right now. Oh, and we submitted that Treat or Trick, which is a script that we wrote 3 years ago. That Clint and I wrote 3 years ago. That was sitting in Spectre Vision's office.
Yep.
And a lot of garbage happened there. Thanks, Clint. But Ultimate Betrayer. But Jordan Peele's company is now accepting
Monkey
scripts.
Paw. I saw. Did you read the little caveat though?
What?
Because I was gonna say that to you, but like it says like, unlike other companies, this one says like if they read it and somebody else goes and like basically makes it, like you don't have any protection over it.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that we did register it with the WGA.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
so
good.
It is in the Writers Guild of America.
Okay.
It is registered.
Well, then that's more protected than probably some random.
Yeah, it is paid for. It is in the Writers Guild. So
I can definitely see Jordan Peele making Treat or Trick.
Well, no, it's
or at least giving you the money.
No. It's just it's something different.
Yeah.
It's a kids horror movie.
It's a very good script.
So we'll see. But anyway, so 2 scripts that I am writing. One from 3 years ago that I had an idea for that I didn't want to write with Clint because I'm not writing with him. And then the other one is like something with Deathbone. But again, I don't know. That doesn't mean anything.
You just wrote it.
I'm writing.
Or writing.
I am writing them.
Okay.
There is a treatment for one and a bunch of ideas for the other. So
2019 might have something new.
Maybe.
Sean says, when your wife wakes up next to you in a Death-O-Lantern mask and freaks out, it's pretty hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Sean has the Death-O-Lantern mask.
Whew. Man, you need to make love with her with that mask on.
And talk like Stingy Jack.
Or she does. She's the one who's Stingy Jack. It's whoever's underneath the mask. It doesn't
Wait until you see what that mask was used doing in Death-O-Lantern the remake. Because that's not a... We didn't sanitize that mask, Sean. We sent it as is.
Yeah.
So you get...
It was raw.
You get some primordial DNA.
All right, so writing 2 scripts.
Yeah.
Possibly...
Who knows what'll happen with it?
Who knows what's going to happen?
It takes money, which unfortunately I never have.
Well, you did this Christmas.
And I bought Christmas gifts. Thanks to the fine folks who bought our movies,
What's next?
Oh, man.
What do we got?
We're going to talk about next Christmas.
Next Christmas when we rent a chateau.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Especially if something happens with you guys.
By a chateau, I mean go to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to go sledding this season, though.
We
never do that.
I actually talked about it to my wife. I was like, I have not gone sledding in a very long time. Have you guys been sledding? I don't know I don't know if you guys all have snow where you are, but we actually haven't even had enough snow to sled.
But
really.
we're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it. I'm just saying, like
February, March, we're gonna get boned.
We just haven't had it yet. But I would like to go sledding. I haven't gone.
Me too. We gotta.
Long time.
It would be nice if we could just jaunt up to like Bristol Mountain.
Well, we could. It's only like
just for like a weekend or something.
45 minutes.
Just away. A weekend and just go sledding. Go tubing. Tubing. That would be fun.
Yeah.
We should do it.
Sean's in West Virginia. They get mud, then ice.
Yeah. I mean, listen. upstate New York is like that too, but we also get hammered with snow.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, upstate New York is kind of like, it's 6 months of winter, and then like maybe 3 months of rain.
Yeah.
And then if we're lucky, 2.5 months of actual like sun.
And not of continuous summer either.
No.
It will be like 3 days here, then a deluge of rain, and then a couple more days. We got lucky this year, I think, with a patch of just dryness. So we swam a lot this year. Actually.
Yeah.
We swam more this year than last year.
That's true.
So we did get really lucky. Thank you, global warming. This summer.
Although my kid's gonna be dealing with that.
Global warming? Oh, yeah, we all are. Yeah, Chris, upstate New York is like England. So much rain. Not as much rain as you guys, but there is a lot of rain.
No.
There is a lot of rain.
We definitely will get pounded with snow coming up.
Yeah. Yep. And then we'll build a snowman or go sledding or whatever.
Or hopefully go off to Florida.
All right.
Big surprise, folks. Big surprise.
Are we doing this?
I'm still not there yet.
I think you should
but
do
it's almost there.
You should do it.
For that big surprise. Oh, you want to get into that right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, Celestial
Fizzy in the house.
Oh,
Hello.
Justin Thomas.
Who?
30 Seconds of Rain in Vegas.
Right. Yeah, man. I was in Vegas over the summer. That was constant. Nice. Every day I was there was beautiful and erotic. Very erotic. Adam McElwain. Do you know this person?
Mm-hmm. He's a fan.
Glad I could add you to your Xmas by buying some of your movies. We have zero snow here in Illinois right now. The 6 months of winter thing happens here too. Depressing as fuck by February. Yeah, Illinois. Yeah, I was there for last Christmas. I have family there. Very cold.
You know, we're going to be out in Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't know how close that is to Illinois, but...
Well, it's not that far.
In March...
Depending on where he is.
March, we're going to be at Horror Hound Weekend selling. We haven't sold at a convention in 3 years. So, folks, if you're out and about, if you're around the area, come see the LBP Warlock crew at Horror Hound Weekend. We're going to be set up all weekend.
He said that the sex scene in Ski Wolf was hilarious, by the way.
Thank you. Ski Wolf himself, right here. What would happen a lot in my movies, folks? I would live vicariously through Casey.
And I just live.
Yeah. So when there was like titty scenes, big boob scenes that we needed the character to flap and flippy floppy and squeeze and squat and squirm. It was him.
Apparently, none of my girlfriends really gave a shit.
They didn't.
Did not.
I always was in a situation where, yes, I can't do that. I couldn't do that. But maybe my current wife will let that happen. But anyway. So, yeah. What? Apparently not.
Luckily, my wife does not care.
But she'll do it. And I like that, too. So I'll live vicariously through my wife's hands.
Yeah, that scene was a lot of fun to shoot. Well, it was just... Well, because it gets weird, too. Yeah. It's really, really weird. It's my favorite when Josh is kneeing her boob.
And that's actual penetration.
Ooh, yeah, with that glass dildo. Yeah,
the dildo.
That is raw. Says not that far really. Maybe I should head that way. Haha, we'll see. You should go, man.
Well, hey, if you want to meet some of your biggest idols.
Yeah, this is way bigger than Tiffany Charles from Charles in Charge.
You mean Scott Baio?
Yeah, Scott Baio, Williams.
I mean, you think of us all the time, and you want to meet your greatest celebrities, right? So we'll be there.
They were some floppy flesh mountains.
Oh, heck yeah.
For sure.
And I wouldn't know. Well, actually, I did feel him once.
How could you not?
I did feel him once.
We also did the teenage... I don't know if it's on that. The teenage, like, sex school.
That was earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on the.
That was like
that's on a different disc.
It is okay.
Yeah, yeah. That was the first time we met her. I mean, I had been corresponding with her, but that was the first.
He says, "I'm not sure who I want to meet more, Chris Seaver or Richard Simmons."
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it.
Does have some powerful thighs.
He does sweat to the oldies, and I just sweat.
You do.
And he black sweats.
Oh, half of it. Half black sweat.
He's got a job to do.
All right, yeah. Well, let's.
So what we'll do is, you can keep asking questions and we'll answer.
Yeah.
But we're also going to show off some of the stuff that we got for Christmas. And you can tell us what you cool, rad stuff you got for Christmas.
Yeah, tell us what you got for Christmas. Or whatever you're into. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa,
yeah,
all that stuff.
Oh, yes. This is actually...
That is a Christmas gift.
This is a Christmas gift.
I decided not to wear mine because I knew you were going to wear yours tonight.
From our dear friend Meredith, who
Thank you, Meredith.
You'll know from the LBP and Warlock world. Yes, we always exchange gifts, and she got us this Rad Nightmare Shirt.
It's a really... Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
a great shirt.
Yeah.
Great shirt.
I keep forgetting the name of the company, but it's a company... I have other shirts from them, and they're awesome. And they do they do like VHS stacks of like horror movies and stuff.
Is it the same company that made the thing that we had last year? The blanket and the...
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's a great shirt.
That's one gift.
Yeah.
And Casey got it too.
I did. I'm very excited about it.
Hold
on, we got a question here.
Yep.
Can you tell me about how the remake of Death and Lantern compares to the original as far as story and the movies in general? Cool shirt, by the way, Chris. It's a different movie.
Here's the thing. The reason that I wanted to do a remake of Death and Lantern was because, first of all, Death and Lantern was the second movie of the Warlock change when we went from LBP to Warlock Home Video. And the whole Warlock Home Video thing was to emulate the shot-on-video stuff of the 80s and early 90s that I had grown up with. And in fact...
That you had
started shooting with.
Yeah.
And inspired by so many shot-on-video pioneers that I was able to rent from the video store, Video Connection, growing up. So my idea was Warlock Home Video, we just go back to shooting shot-on-video crap and have fun. Just completely have fun, not worry about any of the technical stuff because...
Didn't matter.
It didn't matter with those shot-on-video.
Yeah.
Even though they tried, a lot of them failed, and that was the charm of those movies. So we wanted to emulate that with the bad acting, bad dialogue, bad effects,
microphone,
bad camera
coming
work,
in,
all shot on video, bad editing, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we did it all on purpose, and then we made it seem like it was we found all these movies from a company called Warlock Home Video that was defunct, and we brought it all back in like special edition, DVDs, as well as re-releasing the VHS versions.
Yep.
Even though they were all shot, new. And Death of Lantern was one of our biggest hits. It was only the second movie of that group that we did, and it just anytime we made versions of it, it always sold out. People really loved it, and we got the groove of what we were going for with that one. Mm-hmm. And so the idea seemed funny to me that all these years later, these group of filmmakers would want to remake the 1986 classic Death of Lantern. So that's what the Death of Lantern remake is. And there's some aspects of the original in there, for sure. There's some dialogue that I just took from the original. But really, it's a different movie. It's a different movie. So I think it gives you some touches of the old, but it's, I will say this. I'm not a giant fan of the movie because I think it's kind of garbage, but it is so funny. It is really funny. Everyone does a fantastic job in it. And it's the best looking thing we've ever done, ever. Like, the thing looks top quality. Thanks to Sean King and Clint.
Yeah.
I mean, mwah, it looks great, and it makes me laugh, and there's some great character stuff in it. So I can't wait for everyone to see it, really. So
David says, Death Lantern is a great title, something you'd probably see in the video stores back in the day, for sure.
Oh, well, that's why we did it.
Celestial says, the interview of the actors was hilarious.
Yeah, fake interviews, 1986 actors, while shooting the epicness of Death Lantern.
Yeah.
Rudy Belafonte.
Greg says, Casey, of all of Chris's movies you've acted in, which was the most fun and which was the most trying? Feel free to elaborate. And then Sean says, I'm moist in anticipation.
I hope you are.
Trying is definitely Teen Ape versus the monster Nazi apocalypse. And
we hate it.
We talk about it so much.
It's the movie we made for Trauma, and Trauma made it a living nightmare at the time. But it's been pretty much a decade since we did that.
Yeah.
And, but that definitely was the worst. I think anybody is going to say that who worked on that movie. Yeah. Everyone's going to say that.
Well, unless you weren't part of the... Maybe if you weren't part of our group, you didn't mind it. Like a Joe Fiorello or something.
I guess. I don't know.
Anyway, we all had a bad time.
So what was your funnest? Your most fun?
The most fun... I had well... the one I had the most fun at is Karaoke Kid. But it was not necessarily the most fun shooting it wise. It was just that environment and the weekend and the people, and we just had a really good time. Again, with that, it didn't feel as much pressure as some of the other films did, as far as like we got to get these lines right and we got to make sure that we get this shot and blah 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 blah. Like I don't remember that as much. And I think anytime there's an added value of production, I have a really good time, like going to a new environment, going outside of RIT's campus, Chris's apartment. You know what I mean? Like the typical places that you'll see. That being said, is one of my Wet Heat was probably one of the most fun times I've had. That was just
Did you have fun making Death Lantern?
The first Death Lantern? Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because they were just
100%. We didn't care. And doing that candle effect was hilarious. I mean, like, there's many times. I'm just thinking, like, I have to go back, but, believe me, if I didn't, I wouldn't. And we did it for 26 years. So those are just some of the ones I can remember off the top of my head. Adam, your movies are some of the funniest I've seen, so that makes me only look forward to it more. Haha, looks like Josh plays the witch in it. Thanks for the in-depth answer. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
That means that's awesome. Thank you so much. Josh plays Griselda, who is a reoccurring character that we've had Josh play before in movies.
He does it so well.
Yeah, it's great. So...
Celestial says, Dibecue, haha, the guy playing jokes on the crew.
Okay.
Who's that?
I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe.
I guess in the behind the scenes.
Maybe in the behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. All the behind the scenes is stuff ridiculous. That we just like.
The fly.
Yeah, on the fly we just did. So. All right, so let's get into.
Keep sending questions.
Yeah, keep sending questions, but we're going to show off some stuff. So.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. You got the monster stack, so go, man.
Okay, so okay. Wait, let's go. Let's do you first. So Casey, actually, you know what? Anyway, well, yeah. So I'll do a couple of these. So Casey got me several gifts, and one of them was this. I love Winnie Cooper. Y'all, folks. Do you know who Winnie Cooper is?
I hope
you
so.
should.
I hope so.
Winnie Cooper was everybody's TV girlfriend.
For sure.
Growing up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Mid-80s. Mid to late 80s. 88. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
No, 87.
It is a cool shirt. Thank you.
Yeah. So Casey got me that.
Figured it'd be good at Crept shirt.
Yeah.
Perfect at Crept shirt.
And then, so this is kind of an inside the group joke.
It is. Yeah.
But I have loved this song pretty much my whole life. Because I first saw it on MTV.
Stupid.
The video, Pee Wee Herman is in it. And it's the Bryan Adams song, Reggae Christmas. I love this stupid song. And it's become, in the LBP group, a ridiculous year-round tradition.
I was going to say, it's actually a song that we don't just listen to on Christmas.
Yeah.
We do listen to this song all year.
That's right. It's certainly around Gash Bash when we're swimming.
Yeah, when we're swimming.
It was played at my wedding, and everyone sang it. But so he got me the album of Bryan Adams' Christmas Time, which has the classic Bryan Adams Reggae Christmas.
If you guys don't know, look it up on YouTube. Look up the video. Don't just look up the song. Look up the video for it.
I mean, he is the #1 selling reggae artist of all time, certainly in Canada, and certainly from a white man. The whitest man, whitest musician around.
Yeah.
Bryan Adams' Reggae Christmas. So he got me that album. I'm going to wait for that when I do all three of those.
Greg said swing.
Swing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then everything else pretty much is from the wife. Because in another video I already did friend stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Meredith, you know.
Yeah.
Meredith did give me this. I guess I'll do that. Meredith did also gift me this delicious Empire Strikes Back coloring book that is still fresh.
Pristine.
Look at that.
Never been colored in.
She knows I love all this ancillary crap from Star Wars or any 80s property, so she got that for me as well.
Sean says that's pretty awesome.
To add to my collection.
I colored in it. Don't tell him.
So everything else is from the wife. So she got me the Bangles. This is the very best of the Bangles. The Bangles is one of my favorite 80s bands, and I love them. And
they love you.
I got the CD.
Now on CD.
That's right. She also got me the Audrey 2 Little Shop of Horrors Funko Pop.
I need to get that.
I don't collect pops, but when I saw that they made this, I kind of was like, oh crap, I want that. So it was on my wish list, and she got it. And it doesn't, I mean, really, if you didn't know Pops or anything like that,
it's like a little statue.
You just think it was a little sweet statue of Audrey 2. So I love it. Little Shop of Horrors is a favorite of mine.
Sean said that's pretty awesome. I think he was talking about the Star Wars book. Chris said, I also got that pop from my wife. Also from my wife, and I freaking love it.
That's right.
Nice.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Now, okay, so we're going to go through these. Some of them I had on DVD. Some of them I never had.
Them off, man.
Some of them I wish I had. And I'm not sure why I never had them. But here we go. So this is the 2010 remake of The A-Team.
Joe Carnahan.
For the movie version. And I really like it. I think
saw it in the theater.
Yeah,
it's a fun movie.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun. And it catches the spirit of The A-Team. So I got the movie.
Joe Carnahan, we miss you.
He'll be back.
I know.
He's making the Teen Ape remake. Of course, this is a classic. Uncle Buck. Classic John Hughes. I love this movie. It's got nothing but 0 extras on it. But it's the film in beautiful 1080p.
Widescreen.
Widescreen.
Yeah.
Hubba Hubba. John Candy, John Hughes, Macaulay Culkin. 1989 classic. 30 years next year. Holy crap.
What are they going to do for that?
Continuing on that Tim Burton, Johnny Depp crazy gravy train.
I'm surprised you don't have this.
I know.
That's a... I have this.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Here we go. I really loved this.
We also saw this together.
Lots of people have a problem with Tim Burton. And certainly not all of his films hit with me. but a good portion of them, and some of them are my favorites. And I loved Sweeney Todd. And this thing is packed with extras, so I'm really excited to divulge the secrets all over my chest, face,
jowls,
bosom. So yeah, I loved Dark Shadows. I love that movie. Big. Why didn't I ever have this movie?
I don't own this movie.
So now I have it. It was on my list. I have it. And what's cool, Casey, is look, it includes 2 versions, a theatrical and extended cut. That intrigues me because what did they put back into Big?
And what's her name?
Penny Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just died.
Penny Marshall, rest in peace.
So,
Big. It's
great.
It's a great movie.
30 years. 1988. 30 years
Childhood
right
classic.
Here. It is a childhood classic.
Chris says, Uncle Big and Uncle Buck, man, so good.
That's right.
Yeah. They're good.
Again,
I don't know how you didn't have that. Don't you just have the collection?
Well, here's the thing. So this is Die Hard 2.
Come on,
and the
Mr.
reason
Fuck.
that... So when they first came out on Blu-ray, I got Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
Because they were my favorite Die Hard movies. And 2 was always sort of inferior to me. It didn't hit like the other 2. Certainly not like 1. But 3 blows 2 out of the water.
Yeah.
But as time went on, I was like, you know what? 2 is pretty good.
It's a good movie.
It's just not that great.
Yeah.
And it's another Christmas movie. It takes place again on Christmas.
I mean, it really is the first movie again, just not as good.
Just in an airport.
Yeah.
And a supposed Mr. Falcon is in the film. But Die Hard 2. So now I have the 3 that I actually really
You don't
enjoy.
like 4?
4 is fine. 4 is fine.
4 is on the same level as 2.
There's a disconnect, though, because it just doesn't seem like John McClane. It just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it was like all that time between 3 and...
Love it. Sean says, still better than that one in Russia.
Oh my God.
We don't... We just don't.
No.
It's like Spider-Man 3. We just don't talk about it.
David Sandberg's
Orge, yeah.
Lights Out. I loved this movie. As soon as I saw it, I was like, you know what? I want that in my collection. So it went on my wish list, and here it is. He's now doing Shazam, the director.
Yeah.
Produced by James Wan.
Check out the short. That's on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Which is good. See where he started.
Classic. Again, a classic. I don't know why I don't have this.
I don't know why I don't have this.
Fletch. It is a classic Chevy Chase 80s film. I love this movie, 1985. And this has a bunch of extras, folks. This came out in 2016, this version. So it's raw, it's fresh.
Is there an audio commentary by Kevin Smith?
No.
I wouldn't be surprised. No. Fletch Lives.
Love that movie.
Again.
I like Fletch Lives as well.
What's the one he wanted to do?
To see in the
Fletch
theater.
Rides again? I don't know. Whatever. Fletch. Good movie.
Fleshlight. Drops a dump.
Adam says, Sweeney Todd is an underappreciated Burton film. I love the atmosphere in it, and Depp is excellent in it too.
That's right. It's like a musical Hammer film.
Yeah.
So Napoleon Dynamite, again, I don't know why I never had this movie. Now I have it.
Rebecca Kyle says, hi, everyone.
Hello,
hi,
Rebecca. How are you?
Adam says, if you could both see John Carpenter remake any horror film that he originally did not film, what film would it be? Carpenter is my favorite director in general.
Carpenter is my favorite horror director of all time. I love that man.
So here's the thing. First of all, it's got to be Carpenter in the 80s.
Yeah.
Remaking a movie that's probably from the 90s or 2000s.
I guess. I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's a really tough one. Oh, man.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Because if you think about certain movies that have come out throughout the years that are blatant Carpenter...
Can he remake his own films? You know, like Ghosts of Mars?
Like, we like Doomsday. Love Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday.
But that's a John Carpenter movie.
Well, it's Neil Marshall's John Carpenter's Doomsday.
Yeah, Neil Carpenter. So...
Like Robert Rodriguez in Planet Terror. It's Robert Rodriguez directing John Carpenter's Planet Terror.
Right. So it would be something like that. It would have to be a movie that is already a John Carpenter movie. What was that one with Guy Pearce? Lock Up or whatever, where it was
literally
the
rip off of
Escape from New York, yeah. Which I actually didn't mind that movie, but you know I don't Adam,
know, folks.
That's hard, man. Greg,
Chris, he's got to go.
Oh, Chris. All right, man. Well, you know, watch it and
thank you, Chris.
We'll think about you.
Love you from afar, and we'll talk to you soon. And magic times to you. Thank you for showing
no more
up.
Brexit. You know. But hold on, Greg said, "What are both of your takes on the movie Taken with Liam Neeson?" We both love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Both have seen it. I don't even. There's many times I've watched Taken. Many times.
I'm taken with Taken.
And Taken 2.
Don't Breathe. Fede Alvarez. Love this movie. I love Fede Alvarez.
Ooh, I gotta download that.
He did Evil Night, Evil Dead.
No, it was, I think you're right.
Which is fantastic. So I had to have it. It's been on my wish list since it came out. Finally got it. Here it is.
You just made me remind myself that I need to get the new
spider
girl with the web
girl in the spider's web. Yeah, I want to see that. Now we'll get into an '80s classic as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'm there with that one.
Love this show.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got some '80s stuff to add into my collection. I'm ashamed that I've never owned it before, but here we go. The first season of My Two Dads.
Is that Shelley?
What are you talking about, Shelley?
No, it's not then.
No, there's no Shelley.
That girl, it's not the girl who's in Parker Lewis?
No.
Okay.
No.
His sister.
Anyway, so 1987, My Two Dads. Love this show. You can count on me. Here we go. I'm glad to have it in my 80s collection.
Greg says he could make a remake of Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween.
That's right, and it'd be better.
I'm sure it'd be better. I do not like those movies.
Me either.
David says, any personal goals for 2019? Let's get deep, gentlemen. We already talked about at the beginning, man. Have more fun. Live in the now.
More fun. Try to live in the now.
Yeah.
Not be as depressed.
Get
try
ripped.
To beat some depression. You know? Hopefully do the vacation for my lady and all that stuff, and that all works out. Make a movie. You know, it'd be really great to make another movie.
If you pick up a VHS camcorder, we could make a movie tomorrow.
I know, or to have a script be picked up. That would be a personal, amazing goal. Healthy, be healthy. Try to live till I'm 110.
111.
111. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay, great.
But
do you want? I'll switch over to my side.
What are your personal goals?
Yeah, I said that. Live in the now. You know what I mean, and try to have fun. That's it. There's a reason why Chris and I look 30. Is because we like to have a good time. I did a lot of traveling the last couple of years, so I probably won't travel as much. But one of my goals is to not travel as much and actually stay home and do more things around the house. But I'm going to jump over to one of my gifts, actually from the thievage, and that's a little Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro. I like every one of his movies, and you don't see a lot of these little pop guys going around, and I asked for it on my list, and Chris got it for me, so I will take it out later, and I'll display him next to my Pan's Labyrinth pops. It's weird, I don't get a lot of pops, but the ones I get are the ones I like that Audrey 2 I will get. I've got all the Pan's Labyrinth ones, a couple dinosaurs, I got some stuff. Spider-Man. So yeah, this guy. All right, what's next on your...
Hey, I got that for you.
I said that. They needed to know.
I shrunk him down.
Hello, Kitty. Is that how he's French? I don't know, whatever. I don't know how the fuck he talks. I know he's Spanish, I'm just saying. I don't know if I can do a Spanish accent right now. It's French.
Okay, so we'll go back?
Yeah.
I got...
You got the 1984 classic.
Stranger Things 2. Season 2. in this amazing hard box VHS style.
Reminds me of getting stuff out of the library, you know, when you had to rent those from the library when you were a kid.
So this is and then we got this is the 4K version, but it also has the Blu-rays in there. So this is the 4K. Love Stranger Things, of course.
Does it have extras this time?
Also have the first season. I don't think so.
Ugh.
First season doesn't have extras either.
Duffer Brothers.
But I have them.
You know they're going to come out with a new set at the end of it and blah, blah, blah. Celestial, you're taking a SOV sci-fi would be awesome.
I would like to do it, but obviously funny.
Well, isn't the Dingleberries a sci-fi movie?
Yeah, I guess the Dingleberries is kind of sci-fi. But I think like a straight up, and we talked about it before, I think like a space opera, a Chris Seaver Star Wars movie that's not Star Wars, shot on video.
I can only imagine how shitty that would be.
Oh, it'd be magically shitty.
Billy's got to do that one then.
Oh yeah, Billy Zane?
Yeah,
definitely.
Billy Zane will do it. Christopher Walken and Billy Zane are.
So, got this.
Yoga Preschool High.
That's River.
That's Riv?
Yeah. Hi, Riv. That's my son. River
bud.
is now in here.
We'll quit swearing as much. Celestial Fizzy. Aliens.
Aliens.
I think it's Aliens.
Yeah. Chris Seaver's Alien.
Well, you could do an alien movie. Like, actually with gray aliens.
I would love to.
That would
Conquer
be a
my
fun
fear.
80s movie. Like a... What is that movie we love?
E.T.
No.
The Goonies.
Movie we love.
Close Encounters.
No. J.J. Abrams.
Fart Hammer. Oh, Super 8.
Super 8.
Love Super 8.
Yeah, I could do
that.
Super 8.
That is my childhood.
There you go.
So The Predator, the newest Predator movie, 4K. I really liked it.
It's fine. I'll own it because I need to complete my all-encompassing Predator collection that I own.
Stupid fun. I'm really looking forward to watching this, both in 4K and on the new big screen downstairs.
Are there extras for this?
Of course there's extras. Look at this.
Deleted scene, touch of black.
Predator Evolution, the Takedown Team, Predator Catch-Up. Come on.
I'll watch it again. Sean says, I really like the new Predator.
Word.
There you go, man.
Yes, your messages are a little behind, Celestial Fizzy. That's just the way it is.
It's fine. We're like 15 seconds ahead or something.
The 4K version of The Incredibles. Love this movie. It's a classic, and I loved part 2. Got to get part 2. 4K. That'd be nice.
River's never seen that. I think he's talking about The Predator.
The Predator?
Wait, did he go with us?
No.
Oh.
But I'm going to show River this weekend, actually, Riv. If you want to watch it, we can watch it downstairs.
There you
go. Now, Josh got me this Black Panther on 4K. Was on my list. Now I am up to date on all of my Marvel. Oh, actually, no.
Because I have Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No, I do.
Oh.
In 4K. I just don't like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, so I don't own it.
I own it, and I don't...
So Josh got me this. He also got me the Wishmaster set from Scream Factory.
Yeah.
So, but I accidentally opened that early. Because it said Chris Seaver,
right.
And I had packages coming in, so I was like, yeah. I was like, what? Wishmaster? And Katie was like, "Ooh, Josh got you."
When you opened it, did it say "As you wish"?
Yes.
And then a djinn came out. Yoga Riv says, "Wait, I'm allowed?" And Rebecca goes, "Awesome."
Yeah, Riv. If I've shown you John Wick, you can watch The Predator.
He's seen all the Predator movies, I thought.
No, he watched one. Oh. And he was kind of like, meh.
All right.
Which is a travesty. When you get older, River, you will love Predator. All right?
Yeah.
Rebecca, awesome. That's right. Radical. All right. Well, I love this movie. I adore this movie. I already had it on Blu-ray, but now I've got the 4K version of E.T., the extra.
Let's just open that up. I'll get the UV code, and I'll pretend to watch it.
I love this movie. Of course, I saw it in theaters. cry every time I watch this movie. And this set is pretty cool because it's got the 4K, it's got the Blu-ray, the CD soundtrack, and a collectible book. And it's got a little booklet in there as well. So, there we go.
Celestial says, you collect any Marvel action figures?
I don't.
I do.
He does.
Spider-Man's my boy. So I have a disgusting amount of Spider-Man figures. I'm really on the Mezco tip right now, so I have a lot of Mezco Marvel figures. And then, even though I used to shit on Marvel Legends for a long time, when they switched from Toy Biz to Hasbro, they have since gotten really good. So the most recent purchase is that Spider-Man from PS4, that version of Spider-Man. I just bought that the other day. So, you ever want to talk about Marvel action figures off, you can message me, because I'll chat.
Okay. We'll continue with stuff that my wife got. Valerian, 4K, also the Blu-ray.
Great movie.
I really love this movie. People slept on this movie.
I do not know why people do not like this movie.
Visually, this thing is whew.
It's a number 1 stunner.
That's right. So I look forward to, again, watching both 4K and downstairs on the home theater screen.
So good.
I can't wait.
So good.
And Katie's never seen this. And I actually think River would like this too.
Who went? You mean Nisha?
I think so.
Damn.
Yeah, I think so.
So good. Yeah, Celestial Legends series. Marvel Legends, yes.
What else did I get? I got Happy Days, the first season. I love Happy Days. Again, this is a lot of stuff that I just watched in the 80s. And I watched Happy Days, man.
I do too.
Part of my thing.
Yeah.
Part of growing up in the 1980s. The Happy Days.
How many seasons is Happy Days?
I think it's like 8 or 9, something like that.
Before they jump the shark.
And I think I had like at least 5 of them on my wish list. So one down, and they're only like $11.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Should have just got you all those.
I know.
I got you something better.
Yes, you did. I love this studio, guys. I love Hammer horror. I've got some Hammer Blu-rays. And this is a 4-pack from Warner Brothers. Came out a couple years ago.
You don't have this?
I don't have this set.
Ah.
Nope. So it's another set I got. Christopher Lee. Peter Cushing. I mean, good God. Love this stuff. The atmosphere, the cleavage. I love those bountiful breasticle boobies. And you get a lot of that in Hammer.
Speaking of which, Celestial says Valerian was an awesome visual pleasure.
That's right. It was.
It was. It was a 90s movie with 2018 CGI. I mean, it was a straight up... which is like Aquaman, which we'll talk about. Aquaman was like that. It is.
So here's another one.
That's a blind ass.
This was a blind one.
Yeah.
Just because I like Winnie the Pooh. I grew up with Winnie the Pooh. The reason I didn't see it in theaters was because I would probably cry through the whole thing. So now we have it. And this is definitely going to be a family watch.
Bother.
Christopher Robin. We'll see
Not this
We'll see what happens.
Family.
He doesn't cry.
I don't cry, but I actually do want to watch that movie.
Yes, River, my son. Aquaman was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I can't wait to see it again. I want to see it in IMAX.
Gotta see it in IMAX 3D.
I want to. We saw it in 3D, and it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine.
You are wet. It's weird.
Everyone keeps telling me you got to see Spider-Verse in 3D.
That is that.
I saw it regular.
Maybe I'll do it this weekend because I have not seen it in 3D.
Well,
Sean says Christopher Robin is great. Adam says Christopher Robin brought my wife and I to tears. It was so sad for much of the movie. It was a really good movie, though.
See, that's why I haven't seen Coco yet.
I still want to watch Coco.
I know I'll like Coco, but I know I'm gonna cry through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. River, you're right. Bumblebee and Spider-Verse were awesome. We love it.
River.
I guess we'll talk about it in a minute, but yes, we love it.
We are going to be talking about those movies. Yep. Bumblebee was top notch. Ooh, another 80s gem, 1987. I love this movie, and I couldn't believe it was on Blu-ray. Vice versa. The Fred Savage assaults.
The savagery.
In the 80s, man. It was back to back to back to back. Judge Reinhold, here it is. In glorious 1080p with 0 extras.
Mm-hmm. This is the movie that started off my obsession with body swapping. if bodies get swapped, I'm there. It doesn't matter how shitty the movie is. 17 again? Love it. Love that movie. I think it's fantastic. Greg says, would either of you like to see a Gru the Wanderer animated show or movie?
I never read Gru.
Who's that again?
Gru is the...
he's
like the barbarian.
Yeah, that guy. I don't care. I never got into it.
I don't know I never read the comics.
Yeah.
The strips, the graphics, the graphic novels. I nothing.
So maybe? Didn't ever read Tintin, and that's
Gru
one
knows,
of the best animated movies I've seen.
Here's another 80s
This is
classic.
an animated classic.
In my book, it is.
This is a good
I grew up with this,
It's a good
man.
theme song. It's
It
probably
is.
a Haim Saban theme song. Yeah.
Dennis the Menace. This is the complete series from the 1980s.
Yeah.
The Dennis the Menace cartoon set.
Is it from the 80s?
It is.
I guess I always just assumed it was a 90s thing.
No, it's the 80s.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Complete. This is all of it right here.
All 78
episodes, which means it was probably 18 seasons long.
You think so?
Well, no, it was long. That's how cartoons are, though.
Sean says, I'm excited for Alita Battle Angel.
Hell
We've been
yeah.
excited since 19...
It was like 93, 94.
Yeah.
Battle
absolutely.
Angel Alita is what it's really called. I don't know why they switched that around.
That is. Yeah.
But the anime is fantastic.
Yeah.
From the 90s. That anime is
so we're excited
good.
about that. Celestial says Fred Savage best movie was The Wizard.
I don't agree, but I'm glad you think so.
Yeah.
I do like The Wizard, but my favorite Fred Savage film is Little Monsters.
Yeah, sorry. It is a great movie, though.
I do like The Wizard, yes.
I do, too, because of Jenny Lewis. I don't know what Sean is saying. Adam says, why is Jedi your favorite Star Wars movie, Chris? It is mine, too. The scene where Vader turns on the Emperor to save Luke is one of my favorite movie scenes of all time.
The whole third act is the reason that movie is my favorite movie. Because you are gliding on that emotional arc. You are gliding home on that emotional arc between Luke and Vader. It's the payoff. It is the payoff. And you're seeing that payoff, and it's emotional. And it takes me every time. The music that's playing, the whole thing, the struggle between the three of them, it's fantastic. And let me tell you something. I have the making of books of Empire and Jedi. And in the making of Return of the Jedi, there is a transcribed conversation. Well, it's a script meeting between Lawrence Kasdan, George Lucas, and Richard Marquand. And this transcribed afternoon with the three of them is mind-blowing. When you're reading it and everything that is said between the three of them, because it was all transcribed. Yeah. This is what they said. Blows your mind. Some of the stuff that was going to be in Return of the Jedi is stuff that fans now are claiming they can't do that in Star Wars because that's not right. That's not from George Lucas. Well, guess what, fuckwads? It is from George Lucas. If you read that making of Return of the Jedi book, Jedis are doing some crazy-ass shit in Return of the Jedi. Stuff that all you fans think you know better. Well, it's right there from the guy who created it. People, Force ghosts fighting with lightsabers.
Hey, man. You know you don't have to...
Insane stuff.
Have to convince me.
Read the making of the Return of the Jedi. My God. But anyway, and of course, I love the Jabba stuff. I love the skiff.
Yeah.
I love Sarlacc. All of that.
Yeah.
Man, I was 6 years old in the theater, Return of the Jedi, losing my damn mind. So... love Return of the Jedi. We're gonna talk about a little.
Return
more
of the Jedi
that.
is also my favorite.
We're gonna
movie.
talk about that.
Sean Cameron only does movies that start with T or A.
He's talking about James Cameron.
Yeah, I got it. And Little Monsters is awesome.
It is awesome.
Sean. Rebecca, I've not seen any of the Star Wars movies. I want to though.
Rebecca, do it. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends. You may get caught within the story and really, really love what they did and can get, past the fact that they were made in, the late 70s and early 80s, and just get caught into the story and love it. My recommendation, of course, is don't even bother watching episodes 1, 2, or 3 because they don't exist.
They do exist.
No, they don't exist. They don't exist. What are they going to give her?
For me, I do not like them at all, but I still think, I haven't shown my wife those.
Do A New Hope.
No,
Empire Strikes
Rogue
Back.
One. Do Rogue One first.
Well, I guess you can do it that way.
Do Rogue One, 4, 5, 6.
Then do Han Solo first.
Oh, yeah.
Then Rogue One.
Yeah.
Then A New Hope. Then Empire Strikes Back. Then Return of the Jedi. Then Force Awakens. And The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
What
did River say?
You just swore in front of Grandma.
Oh. Sorry, Grandma.
Celestial says, I didn't care for Howie and Little Monsters.
Oh, no, you didn't like Howie Mandel? Oh, man. That's rough. Maurice is top. Maurice is great.
He's a character.
Maurice. Okay, let's get back to the getting. So, more gifts that my wife got me. Well, we got...
Bobby didn't get you this?
No, this is the Smurfs. The first season, volume 1. Love the Smurfs. Grew up with the Smurfs. It's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. And as you've heard, I am a Hanna-Barbarian. I love Hanna-Barbera, for sure. They are my go-to cartoons. Love them so much. I'm not a fan of Looney Tunes. My cartoons growing up were Hanna-Barbera. So the Smurfs. I love the Smurfs. Here we go.
So weird. You can do both. I like both.
Ah,
Greg says, Chris, do you collect all things Return of the Jedi or just the toys?
I certainly have.
I mean, you have a lot of
I do have some ancillary stuff that I had growing up from Return of the Jedi. So I do still get that stuff, but I'm definitely trying to recollect all the toys that I had growing up from Return of the Jedi. I did have Empire Strikes Back toys. I definitely did, and I probably will grab the ones that I had, but my jam was more Return of the Jedi. I got more Return of the Jedi stuff than I did Empire Strikes Back, that's for sure.
I think they just had more at that point.
Well, they certainly. And it was the time. It was, it was when the movie was out. And I just 83, 84 was the time for me. So,
Riv says he's gonna get you or me a late Christmas present.
Okay, River. Yeah, I hope so. You cutting that hair? I hope so.
I hope it's happening right now.
So, here's another gift from my wife. Another 80s classic. Another movie that makes me cry. The Outsiders. Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders, based on the book. I love this movie. This movie brings a tear to mine eye. Great performances. Just a fantastic movie.
It's a ridiculous cast.
It's so good. The song So Gold by Stevie Wonder just sends shivers down my tulip. I mean, it just... Love it.
It's a good movie.
Grew up with this movie. I was probably River's age watching this movie. I loved this movie.
Greg, yes. Let's do it for Johnny.
Do it for Johnny, man. We'll do it for Johnny. All right. This is great. This is a 1-2 punch. She knows me so well. Both.
Was it also on your list?
They were.
Yeah.
They were. But she knows how much I love Godzilla. And the whole family. Katie loves Godzilla. River loves Godzilla, collects the Godzilla toys. We got some more Godzilla to add to the collection. Godzilla versus Gigan. Can't wait to bust this open on the big screen downstairs. And then, of course, the classic King Kong versus Godzilla on Blu-ray. My God. Fantastic.
Soon to be a major motion picture in theaters.
2020, That's the new King Kong versus Godzilla. Yes. Can't wait. I can't wait for Godzilla King of the Monsters.
That new trailer in IMAX.
Michael Dougherty.
Stunning.
No. All right. Another classic.
That's another weird one I'm surprised you don't have.
I had it on DVD.
Yeah.
I just never had the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But now I do. Thanks to my wish list.
I definitely need that.
A classic of the 80s, of my childhood, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Tim Burton's first film. Danny Elfman's first score. Here we go. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Love this movie. Actually, River has the DVD because I would play him this.
Oh, really?
Throughout his growing up.
Yeah.
You know? He loves Pee-wee as well.
Celestial, yes. Pony Boy. That's right.
That's right, Pony Boy. Let's do it for Johnny. Let's see. What else did she get me? Okay, she got me...
She got both of us this one.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I read this digitally, and then actually was like, you know what? I'm adding it to my wish list because I want a hard copy. Because I'm a physical media man. I prefer physical media, tangible things that I can hold in my hand, touch, smell, kiss, lick. So here we go. Now it's a major television show on Netflix. It is fantastic, folks. I love the Archie world. I grew up reading the original Archie comics, and I enjoy the weird twist that people and the company, the studio, has made to the Archie brand, where it's very adult and different now, but it's great. It's a, it's something else. So I do watch Riverdale, and this show, I love more than you. I love this show on Netflix.
Because I really think this is a fantastic book. Yeah,
but it's the same guy. I know. Same guy. Doctor Strange, he's one of my favorite Marvel characters. This is the Doctor Strange, basically the I guess you would call it year one of the MC Marvel world, the Marvel world. It's like a...
Correct pack. Okay.
Love Doctor Strange. Gotta get strange. Gotta get weird. Gotta get mystical. He is the Sorcerer Supreme.
Riv says he's gonna watch some Transformers.
That's right. You gotta go. All right, I'm gonna go watch some Transformers. You go watch those Transformers, River.
I don't blame you, bud.
And then she also got me He-Man and Thundercats. I can't wait to read this. 2 80s properties that I love.
That's interesting.
Loved and love. So bring it on. Bring it on. I look forward to that. Ooh, now we're getting into some juicy stuff. I'll do this first. This Rad, the awesome 80s magazine that was in my stocking.
It's so weird. It's so cool, though.
Yes. I've only read a couple pages so far, but I love it. There was a magazine that came out, was it earlier this year?
Tiger Beat.
It was also in 80s, like Time put it out. It was a full decade of the 80s thing. I have that as well. Folks, you're on the channel. You're on the show. I crept from the 80s. I crept from the 70s, but I lived in the 80s. I love the 80s. God, I want to go back, and all of this stuff helps me go back. I was molded by the 80s.
Speaking.
Here's another one. Oh, just can't get enough. The toys, games, and other stuff from the 80s that rocked. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Oh, and look. You remember grade school, elementary school. You remember the Trapper Keepers, huh?
Well, plus the smell your own. Well,
you mean the stickers,
stickers,
scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get into this and cry out of love and nostalgia and
farts.
And here we go again. Best movies of the 1980s. This is a book.
Is this just the posters, or is it like actually telling you? Oh yeah, okay.
Man.
Gives you a breakdown too.
From my wife.
That's good stuff.
This was not on my list. She knows me. I can't wait to get into that.
Greg says, have either of you gone back and tried to find all the references in Ready Player One?
I've watched the movie probably 5 times right now, and I definitely try to pick out. There's a lot that I know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a lot that I could really get into. I want to get the 4K, and then I'll pause it, and just see what I'm missing, because I know there's stuff that I'm missing.
The thing about it is that they do more than just the 80s in the movie. Like
yeah, there's 90s stuff. There's
too,
there's modern stuff.
So it's cool. Found it all? I doubt it, but I love it.
Stranger Things, Worlds Turned Upside Down. What's awesome about this is that it is a making of the first 2 seasons, but it's emulating a library book that you would take out from the library.
Yeah.
It's got the plastique.
So cool.
The scuffs, the rips, the stickers on
launches.
it. Wow. Being a giant Stranger Things fan of the 80s.
It's cheap too. It's only like, at least on Amazon, it's like $16.
Oh, great. So
I mean, it's on sale.
If you love the show, if you love the 80s,
get it.
Get down on it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it. I've got so much awesome shit to read. And the last of the books, she got me. Totally awesome. The greatest cartoons of the 80s.
I want you to find things in there that you've never seen so you can add them to a Saturday morning.
We'll see. We'll see. Speaking of Saturday morning sleepover, folks, I know I've said it several times, but I will shoot some footage from a Saturday morning sleepover. I've got some planned for the new year. We've got a couple coming up in January alone. So hopefully you get to see what I put together for these fans of nostalgia. So, but I look forward to reading this. Getting all sweaty and drenched in my childhood. God damn. And it just keeps going as far as the 80s nostalgia, folks. She also got me the out of print, the 80s Seen It board game, DVD game.
That one's going to be
trivia game, which will be played during a Saturday morning sleepover, because I'm changing it up, folks. I'm making it a little more
interactive,
ultra 80s for everybody. So it's gonna get crazy. So this was on my list, and I am excited to have it, and I'm going to win.
You most definitely are.
Can't wait to play that. So you want to take a break before I do these?
Okay.
And maybe you want to get into your stuff, or what do you think?
Okay, yeah, I'll go. That's good.
Oh, so these are,
the big hit from this guy. I just watched it though I am really excited to watch it again in widescreen
on Blu-ray
in 1080 on Blu-ray. We talk about it all the time, I feel, but I don't know anybody who's ever seen this movie.
Love this movie. We experienced it together, and we still kind of quote it to this day.
Who else knows this movie?
I don't know. Hopefully somebody in there.
If anyone knows the big hit, let us know.
It is great.
Yeah.
It's a comedy gem. It's a lost comedy gem.
Adam says, I love both Burton's Batman films with Batmans. My favorite, Jack is the Joker, is the reason why mainly. Why is Returns your favorite Batman? The winter Xmas atmosphere of Returns is really cool.
Well, that's one of the reasons why. The Christmas atmosphere. I love that Burton was able to go a little more Burton. Because they basically said, hey, if you come do part 2, it can be a Tim Burton movie. So he was like, ooh, okay. So he made Tim Burton, with Batman in it. But I love the portrayal of everybody. Like, everybody does a fantastic job in that movie. I love Christopher Walken in that movie. Danny DeVito is good, but recently watching it again, I feel like... I don't know. It could have been dialed down a little bit. But, man, growing up, I saw that movie so many times.
Yeah.
In the theater, I used to dress up
as Danny DeVito.
As Batman.
Yeah.
With that look, that Batman outfit and everything. I still have videos of me in that outfit.
Really?
Yes. From 1992. From 1992.
I'd like to see that.
I have them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really love Batman Returns. I love 89 Batman. I can remember vividly waiting in line for that movie in Wellsville because the line stretched around our block from the Babcock. It was called the Babcock Theater.
Yeah.
Which is still standing in Wellsville.
Yeah.
But the line was amazing. It was huge. So, but yeah, they're both fantastic.
I think Returns is still, like, we just watched it again on Christmas.
Michelle Pfeiffer is
my favorite part of that movie.
She is fantastic in that movie.
And the opening reveal of Batman sitting...
You mean when he's like...
Yeah, sitting in a completely dark library.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Just brooding.
And then
the light comes on. I was losing it. But, it's a creepy-ass movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I love it. Great music. I mean, again, Danny Elfman. Opens with Paul Rubens. Come on.
Yeah.
And then reprised again in Gotham. Have you gotten there?
Yeah, I finished that.
Playing Cobblepot's dad again.
That was smart.
And the woman in that scene, in the opening scene, is from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah. I think Batman...
Merci beaucoup, Pee-wee.
I know people love Jack Nicholson's Joker, but I don't.
I do.
As the Joker.
I do.
As Jack Nicholson playing a heightened version of Jack Nicholson, I love it. I think it's fantastic.
He's great. Yeah, but what age were you in 1989?
Oh, no. Believe me. Of course. I didn't have any of this jaded Batman history at that. In 1989... that was the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And then Batman Returns was the greatest thing that I'd ever seen in my entire life. So, I remember going to the theater and watching Batman and thinking that was it. There's so many Batman things from when I was a kid, it's disgusting. But just thinking about it more, I was like, he really is more like a Cesar Romero, just not as goofy. That's all.
I know, but I loved it.
I loved it. Hey, still love it. Love it.
That was Joker, man.
But that's why I like Batman Returns. I think it's just more gothic.
All right, get back to your...
Penny Dreadful. For some reason, the entire series.
What do you mean for some reason?
Well, I just didn't think they would have packaged it like all this. It's so nice.
Well, that's what I got. This is another gift that I got him.
From Chris. These are all from Chris right here.
I am upset that I didn't get that. That has been on my list since it came out. I'm shocked I didn't get it. So it's gonna be something that I just get myself, which I very rarely do. But this show,
when we talk about Chris wants to be stuck in the 80s, of course I'd love to go back to the 80s. I'd also like to go into Victorian.
Maybe for like a week.
What?
Because man, you're dealing with a lot of shit back then. Do you really want to go back in that time?
As a person?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Would you? You'd go back as yourself? Like
to
I
this?
would to
this time? Just to experience it for like a day.
Yeah. Yes. Just for like that's cool. It's just crazy. But with the vampires and the werewolves and the witches.
Frankenstein and everything.
The witches though. Season 2.
All fantastic.
Season 2 is ridiculous. This is one of those movies that I loved. I loved it the moment I saw it, but I just never bought it. I don't know why, and I wanted it.
Dread is amazing.
Carl Urban, man.
Loved it.
I do love that movie.
I've seen it so many times, and it's amazing in 3D. Good. We've got 3D upstairs. We've got 3D downstairs. It's amazing. I can't wait to see it in 3D downstairs because I've never watched it on the big screen.
Well, that's the way to do it. Who Dat Whale... says,
Who Dat Whale?
Batman Returns is my favorite out of the classic 4 of them. The ending still gives me chills when Catwoman stands up looking at the bat signal. It's our favorite Batman movie. Very sensual. Adam, great answer, guys. You're welcome. Who Dat Whale says, who can forget the great toys and cups from McDonald's for Batman Returns? All that great stuff. I had that whole collection.
Yeah, man.
100%. 100%.
Those were the days.
Yeah. So this was different. This is not something I asked for, but this is something I'm excited to read. It's basically the story of Marvel coming and upsetting shit while DC was number one in the comic book scene. So all about their inner workings and their, fighting between each other and all that stuff. So this is interesting. It's very interesting.
I thought he would like it.
No, I showed this to Chris and he was like, oh. But when I read more into it too, I was like, okay, this sounds really crazy.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what kind of shit these guys pulled with
I
each
know.
other. So that one is going on the top of my reading list. Same shirt from Meredith. Thank you, Meredith. Got that same shirt. I'm playing one of them. All right, so my wife got me The Last of Us Remastered because I never beat it on PS3. So she was like, you might as well just get it and beat it. And then she got me God of War, which I'm very excited about. I have the toys that came out this year, but I did not have the game. I love that series. I've have many toys from them. This one is from my sister.
This is a great set. I have this set.
Yeah, I asked him to see, like, I don't have any of the Universal Monster movies. I used to have them like on VHS many moons ago. So I wanted them, and I wanted to know what was going to be the best way to watch them, and he said get it. So I put it on my list, and I'm excited. Yeah. I think we watched The Creature here.
I've shown you
3D.
Creature in 3D because it is fantastic.
Yeah.
They did such a great job.
So I'm pretty pumped. You know what was one of my favorites too when I was a kid was Phantom of the Opera. My grandma liked that one.
My favorites are Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Wolfman, and Bride of Frankenstein. And then Frankenstein. And the others are meh. Yeah. I kind of like The Invisible Man.
No Phantom for you?
No, I'm not a big fan of Phantom. I like Robert Englund's Phantom of the Opera from 1989. That one's great.
Yeah. I think it's because I always loved the musical when I was a kid. Still do. And then
this was on my list too, and I want it.
The Piece de Resistance.
Folks, this is the complete collection. This is not the one that you can get anywhere
from Shout Factory.
That's like $20.
This is still from Shout Factory.
No, but this is a special edition complete collection that also has Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
Yep.
Which is great.
The thing I'm most excited about this is the special features.
Yeah, I saw that.
So looking at the documentaries on this, and I've read them. I read like the descriptions of everything, how long they are and stuff. So I'm excited. But one of the biggest problems with that other set was they were out of order.
Yeah.
The episodes were Zach and Kelly breaking up, mixed with Mr. Carosi and their
They're
summer.
like that online. They're like that streaming. They're all mixed up. It's
so weird and annoying, and I read that this has them in order.
Yeah.
So, a huge Saved by the Bell fan. One of my favorite shows of all time. So we talked about it on the last episode about things that I genuinely did not expect to get and was shocked. Is that my brother and sister-in-law got me this. And I was like... And they were like, "Oh my God, I've never seen you like smile so big." And I was like, I didn't expect you two to get me this.
Folks.
I expected to get me this.
Folks.
Or my sister.
Saved by the Bell, this version, the complete collection.
Yeah.
If you want to send it to me, I'll give you my address. I want it so bad. I can't wait. Yeah. I want to pour over the extras with this man. I want to watch them with him.
Yeah, we'll probably just take a day and just...
Who doesn't love Saved by the Bell? 1989 to 1995 because of the college years. The college years are on here.
They're also on here.
So are the movies,
like,
the TV
Good Morning,
movies.
Miss Bliss is the real, like,
that's the gem.
Shit. Yeah. So, that's it. I feel like there's some other, got like a lot of gift cards and wine and stuff like that. I don't care to bring, but those are the geekier gifts. Adam, do either of you still have a favorite all-time horror game? Mine is Silent Hill 2.
I don't really play games. I guess my game past was growing up. I had the Nintendo. I had the Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. I had the Sega Genesis. And I had a Game Boy. And if you watched the last one, you know my issue with the Game Boy. But, and I wasn't a huge gamer, though. I played the games that I really enjoyed and that I kind of took to. Yeah. And that's it. That's it. Like, I didn't collect games. I didn't, like, try to beat every game that I had. I just didn't. So I'm a mild game fan, but mostly from back then, mostly from the 80s and early 90s. He is a gamer.
Yeah.
But I did like the Alien Isolation game. That was fun because it was really scary. It was creepy, and I felt like I was there, and especially if you play it in the VR.
Yeah.
It's not VR, but because you're enclosed like that and you're watching it that way, it's creepy.
Resident Evil 2, and they're remaking it next year with like now graphics and CGI and everything, and it just looks effing creeptastic, and I'm very excited. So is it the scariest horror game ever? No, but I just remember having a hell of a fun time playing it, and I do like the Silent Hills a lot as well.
Who dat?
My favorite horror video game is Resident Evil on Sega Saturn. Just great. Yeah, love the Resident Evils. Celestial. Guess I'm going to go watch some Ron Jeremy movies and take some notes. I'll check out the rest of the video later. Keep it up, pimp. You got it, man.
For show, man.
Is that Tommy?
The Hedgehog. He's classic. But don't sleep on Peter North, man. Peter North is the king of the squirts.
Or he'll sleep on you.
That's right.
Adam says, any Saved by the Bell episode where Slater dances is mesmerizing. Absolutely.
Well, he's got that Elvis pelvis.
90% of the episodes is someone's dancing. And that music guy did the music for the entire series. I love it.
Saved by the Bell, man.
Who is that guy?
It just makes you smile.
Yeah.
I fucking love that show. We got to do an episode of just Saved by the Bell. Yeah,
well,
we can.
We should make it after we watch the documentaries. We should do it, or do it as we'll review the documentary, and then we'll do it.
We should.
Okay, so.
Oh wait, I want to do.
Oh yeah, you do that.
So.
Yep, you get in that, man.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys know, or maybe you don't, but love Star Wars.
You do?
Love Kenner. I love Star Wars toys. That was my first thing. The first toys, other than like Tinker Toys growing up, I ever had were Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back. The first Star Wars toy I ever remember getting was the Land Speeder.
From A New Hope.
Yeah. And I still have that exact Land Speeder to this day. But we'll get more into that. But, so, folks, now, as my 41-year-old self, I am trying to recollect my original Return of the Jedi Kenner collection. I didn't have all of them, but I had a crap ton of them. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to collect them all, the ones that I had, carded, as well as loose.
One to display, one to...
Yes, because and I've said it before, part of the magic and allure of those toys for me was walking into a toy store, department store, what have you, Hills, and seeing the Star Wars display, or any toy display on those pegs, on that end cap, on those shelves. It's part of it, man. And I want to be able to set them all up, Now, with the action sets and the vehicles, I'm okay if I just get because it would be cool to have the box in the back and then put the vehicle in front of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do that with every one of the vehicles that I had, which is fine. So if I get those loose, whatever. So some of the bigger grails on that Return of the Jedi list that I had growing up were 3 of the things that I got for this Christmas. And I'll start with yours first because it's right here.
I said, he's going to cry. He didn't cry.
I didn't cry.
But you wanted to.
But the emotions were huge. And I still haven't been able to sit with myself and sit with these toys and really feel the emotions because I know it's coming.
Who dat whale, real quick, before you get too emotional. He says, or when Zach needed that varsity jacket from the Miss Bliss era. Gotta have that
Gotta have that jacket. We need that jacket. So here is... This was on my list, stuff that I had, but want again. The Jabba the Hutt playset, with box, and the box is still in really good shape. It's got price stickers on it still from Toys R Us.
It's ridiculous.
Goddamn, I love this playset, and it's all complete. And what's even more mind-blowing, guys, look at this. It's still in their original wrappers, in the insert boxes. My God. And I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to display it in front of the box.
I actually got emotional opening it up. And I was like, should I give it to him? But I did, because I was like, I can't believe it's in this good a condition. That's what killed me. I was like, I'm touching a
1983.
Yeah, like, this is insane. A 35-year-old toy in pristine condition. So I did get pretty emotional even touching it.
He got me that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Another grail off the list. And then, so, folks, this is a vivid memory for me. I can remember my aunt, because I lived with my grandparents and my aunt, my great-grandparents and my great-aunt. I lived with them, okay? And, again, love Star Wars. I'm an 80s kid, loved all the toys. They spoiled me. So when my aunt would go away for, like, a weekend, I don't know what she was doing. I was a kid. But she would come back, and she would always have surprises for me. And one morning, I knew she got back, and I crept in her room, and on a chair in her bedroom was a bag from Toys R Us. Now, we didn't have Toys R Us around us at all.
It was not an hour and a half away.
We had KB, we had Hill's department store, we had Ames, we had things like that.
Yeah.
So wherever she was like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So there was this majestic bag, Toys R Us bag, and she woke up, and I heard her laughing. This is a vivid memory. I heard her laughing, and she was like, "Are you trying to peek at that?" And I was just like, caught, like, oh. And she's like, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
And when I opened the bag, this is what I saw. This is the Max Rebo band in box, complete. Has not been taken out, in plastic.
Tape's still on it.
I had this.
It's crazy.
This was a coveted toy for me. Again, Return of the Jedi. My aunt is the one who always took me to all these movies growing up. And she was right there when we saw Return of the Jedi. So here we go. And yes, I am going to get these loose. So I have them loose, but holy crap. This was from my wife. When I opened this, I definitely got misty. The smile on my face was giant. I couldn't believe it. Such memories. Holy shit. And that was before I opened the next one.
Well, hold on now. David says, just so damn majestic.
Thank you.
Whale says, guys, I gotta go. I'm a new subscriber. Good show. Love the 80s and miss the good old days. Looking forward to watching more of your videos. Have a great night, guys. Go He-Man, my favorite collection I have. Awesome. Who dat?
Whale, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for being a new fan. Please watch all the videos because there's a lot of 80s love in there. Check out all the videos that we've done. And believe me, we are going to be doing a He-Man episode of Crept from the 80s. I was thinking about it this afternoon, actually. Because he is also a big He-Man fan from back then.
I gotta find those pictures.
So we are gonna get He-Man'd out. We are gonna get mastered out. So thank you,
man, so much. Adam says these Star Wars toys are so cool to see again. The boxes are in outstanding shape.
That's right. You think that's in good shape?
This is a big one, big juicy one.
Okay, so this was also from my wife, and this was the last thing I opened on Christmas morning. I had this, of course, and I wanted it back, but being, a jerk, I wanted it with the box as well, complete, which can be iffy. You know, you resellers and you collectors don't make it easy for other collectors as far as prices and price gouging and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess when it comes to me, Christmas, my wife spares no expense to make sure I'm having my nostalgic childhood back to me, my 80s love. So she went and done and got me.
This is bigger than the whole screen here.
The Ewok Village from Return of the Jedi with an amazing box.
Box is in insane condition. Insanely good condition. This is hermetically sealed. How is it in the inside?
Well, it's just the pieces. There's no inserts anymore.
Okay.
It's just the pieces.
It's just the pieces, guys.
But it's complete. It is the complete Ewok Village, and I can't wait to put it together. But holy crap.
That's a showstopper.
That is another wife gift.
It's like that Robin Hood village, right?
Kenner, you know, they did a lot of recycling back then.
Yeah. Well, in the 90s.
And this also became the Sherwood Forest.
That's what I mean.
For Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
But so did a lot of other Ewok items become Prince of Thieves items.
Yeah.
In fact, the Gamorrean Guard became Little John.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder how they did that.
Of the Prince of Thieves line. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a grail right there.
That is. Well, all three of these were grails on my Return of the Jedi list, and those are three I don't have to worry about. And holy crap! What I mean,
where do you go from there?
Well, I mean, the list is giant, but
David says, "Yeah, you're going to need to build that thing on a live stream. That'd be kind of cool."
We'll see.
And then River says, "It's your boy."
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, you literally are my boy. So that's my Christmas.
That's Christmas.
That's our Christmas.
Man.
And I think he's going to give me another gift, which is probably this Saved by the Bell that his family got him. But his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I think he forgot to get me another one, so he's going to give me.
I think you got pretty good gifts this year.
I did.
Yeah, maybe for your birthday.
I did, man. Well, I hope to have it before my birthday.
Adam goes, was there a Jedi set for the Emperor's throne room back in the day? I have the Lego set version of that, and it's really neat. I would love to have the Lego Death Star, but $400 is too much.
There was not. But another item that was on my Grail list, that I hope to get one day, and this is an item that I never had from that line, but I always wanted, and it was the Emperor's Imperial Shuttle.
Yeah.
Love that ship. Love the look of that ship. Always loved it. Always wanted it. Never got it. I hope to one day have it in my collection.
So, Adam, I will say this. Hot Toys, for the cool price of $900.
Oh, with the chair?
We'll get you the chair and the Emperor in 1/12 scale, and it looks insane. And for your Death Star, there's a company, if you look, called Lepin, Lepin. They are knockoff Legos that are, I swear to you, so close to the original version, it is disgusting. Like, they click the way that a Lego clicks, not like a stupid Mega Block or Creo or whatever. Like, these are really good. You can get that Death Star for $150 because it is on my list. So I'm a big Lego guy, but Lepin's the word. David says, have you guys seen the trailer for Us, the new Jordan Peele film coming out?
I did.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah, that's it. You know, like, what is that? Strangers? It's like the Strangers meets...
Yeah, but, I mean...
some weird-ass shit. I don't know. It looks better than the Strangers.
Doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited for any original horror movies, to be honest with you. Even if they don't look great, just the fact that it's not a remake, I usually get a little bit more excitement than I do to a remake.
I want to see that Leprechaun Returns.
Is that the sci-fi one? The sci-fi
Yeah, was it? Yeah.
I mean,
where it's a actual sequel to Leprechaun.
Well, then, yeah, we have to watch it.
I mean, it doesn't have Warwick Davis, but it still takes place after the original timeline.
I also need to watch Deadly Class.
Thanks for the info, Casey. I will check that out.
Oh, you're welcome, Adam. I don't know what this River is. I don't know what that means, River.
I don't think he knows what that means.
Waluigi?
No, it's the skeet.
Oh, skeet. He definitely doesn't know what that is. Anywho, okay, so hold on, we got some other things on the list here. What do we got? What do we got to talk about? Okay. Do we want to talk about what's coming up? Or do you want to talk about the movies that we saw recently? Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do the movies real quick. Because we didn't get to talk about a couple of the recent movies we did see.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Spider-Verse? I think we did. We did, because it was on our list.
Yes.
Yes, Spider-Verse was fantastic.
Awesome movie.
Gotta see. I need to see it in 3D.
Yeah,
because everyone is telling me you gotta see it in 3D.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, I guess it's like it's a whole new dimension.
I need that other dimension.
So pretty much immediately after that,
we went back to back. No, we did that day. We went to go see Bumblebee.
Oh, did we? Yeah. So Casey, my son, and I, we went to see Bumblebee. We are Transformers fans. Of course, I grew up with the Transformers. My son loves the Transformers. This movie was great. This isn't like any Michael Bay movie. This is what...
It's like the first one, if it's like any of them.
But
because the first one has heart, and this also has heart.
But this has way more heart.
It has way more
than the first one, but it doesn't look like those movies.
No.
At all.
No.
It's not shot like those movies.
No.
The color palette is not like those movies.
Correct.
This, guys, if you're a Transformers fan,
an old Transformers fan,
don't not go see this because you were burned by the others. This movie is great.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's set in the 80s. There's a great soundtrack,
It's a really
great
good
heart,
soundtrack.
great feel, great action that you can see and understand. And the
stuff on Cybertron
the G1
is
stuff
insanely good.
is so good. I was giggling like a little girl. I was just so like taken by it. I was just like, I can't believe this, and it was fantastic. So, Bumblebee, guys, for real.
Bumblebee was very good. River, you do not have any old Star Wars figures in your closet. Celestial says, "I know I said I was out, but I just had a thought."
Yes, he does, because it's what I
from the
gave him.
90s. I don't know. You guys should get a Trailer Park Boys cam in one of your movies. Response, then I'm out. Like a Trailer Park Boy, like have one of them in one of the movies.
I wish we could get a cameo, a Trailer Park Boys cameo.
They're coming here even.
Well, they've been here.
They come here all the time. Possibly that's a possibility.
Yes, River. It was one of his favorites. Bumblebee. He loved Bumblebee. He loved the Transformers.
Celestial. We do like the Trailer Park Boys, just so you know. David says, I really like Bumblebee. I would love to see more G1. I just want to see a whole Cybertron movie. That's what I told River as soon as we left. I go, this was great, but I don't even want to go to Earth anymore.
River loves Optimus. Yes.
Yes.
He definitely loves Optimus.
David says, way better than that Will Ferrell Sherlock movie. I still want to see it, David. I just haven't,
Okay, and then we recently saw Aquaman. And I loved it. I loved Aquaman. I loved it. I was completely taken away by it. I loved it. It is a...
Were you swept up?
It is a 90s cheesy dialogue acting movie.
Yeah.
But the action and the visuals are straight up the best modern shit you've ever seen. Like, James Wan, who I love as a filmmaker, I mean, his shit is amazing. His shit is so good. So good.
Yeah.
This movie, loved it. I only saw it 3D regular, but I want to see it IMAX 3D. Blew my mind. I was just like, holy shit. Loved it.
I think with Aquaman... I think about it as the other two movies that I did not want to see this year, which is Venom and Han Solo, where my bars were so far down And it was funny, though. The day before, I did a podcast with Chris Walk, and I go, what if Aquaman ends up being my favorite DC movie? I go, for some reason, I just have a really weird feeling that it could be, because I've been shitting on it. I haven't actually been shitting on it as much as Venom, but I just had really low expectations. James Wan was my only, like, okay, James, you haven't failed me yet. This is probably going to be good. But I also loved it. Soundtrack was amazing. The acting from everybody was really up there.
But cheesy.
Cheesy, yes. Of course it was cheesy, especially from him.
But that's
Jason
what I loved. I loved that about it. And they didn't hide it.
They don't try.
James Wan, that group knew exactly what they were doing. He intentionally did it. Yes, they knew what they were doing.
But Indiana Jones meets Lord of the Rings meets Avatar.
Wonder Woman was top for me as far as the DC movies go. Other than Superman, the movie, the original.
Oh,
Christopher
Reeve.
You're
saying DC of all time? More than Batman? Superman, the original, is better than Batman?
No. I love those Batmans. Okay, so out of the newer stuff, Wonder Woman is tops, but now Aquaman is tops, and Wonder Woman is second. I loved Aquaman. Holy shit, so good.
I agree.
I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah, in IMAX 3D, which I saw it in, which is great. David, James Wan definitely did Aquaman right. I thought I wouldn't like Amber Heard, but she won me over. Plus, she's insanely hot.
She's all right. But yeah, she was good. I actually really love Nicole Kidman in this movie. She, like, regardless of the face work that she had done, she kicked ass. She was fantastic in this movie.
Also, when he rode that thing like a surfboard,
any of that stuff. The action was so fantastic in this movie.
My wife was like, you were giggling the entire movie. Like, you were shaking the seats because I was just so much like, Adam, have you seen the movie Santa's Sleigh with the wrestler Bill Goldberg as a killer genie? We actually just watched it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, during our Christmas Christmas party, that was part of the rotation. So yes, we had seen it, and we just recently watched it again. Yep. Yes, Santa's Sleigh.
David has
the opening's great.
It is. What would you guys love to see in an Aquaman sequel?
I don't know. James Wan coming back.
He will.
Please.
He made so much money.
Stick to James Wan.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I guess, so for me, like, seeing, like, the Fisher clan and the crab people and the Skeksis, whatever those things were, like, those creepy ones, like, I like to see more of that situation.
The world?
Yeah, that
world of
underwater.
Yeah.
Again, I don't need to go up to the surface too much, but
see, that was great. They really didn't.
They didn't.
Yeah.
And Orm, again, is one of those people where, yes, he's not doing things the right way, like Lex or whatever, but, like, we do shit on the oceans. Like, literally all that stuff that he said happens, we did it. So I was like, I kind of understand where he's coming from. So, I like that villain that you can get behind.
Yeah.
Killmonger, I like those kind of villains. So it was good. I like to just see more of that interaction stuff.
I mean, clearly we're going to see more Black Manta.
Oh, I thought he was great too.
I've always thought his costume was ridiculous. Always. As a teenager, everything. Just
Black Manta or Aquaman?
No, Black Manta.
Black Manta,
I was always just like, who designed this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the design of this character is just atrocious.
But when you hear Depeche Mode.
So I thought in the movie, I was honestly going to hate it.
Yeah.
But they made it work for me. Yeah. They really did make it work, and I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was cool.
Yeah. So. And just the designs of the
the
fighters.
Troopers, man.
Oh my gosh.
Those guys were awesome.
Just the look of that. Everything was wet. Everything was metallic. Oh man, Rebecca says I'm watching Deathbone for the first time. Hey.
Oh man. So Rebecca, had you seen any of the movies before that bunch that you bought? Because this is interesting. Because if not, you're in for something crazy. Wide-eyed. If you really enjoy cheese, gross, offensive, weird, raunchy, low-budget, stupid chicanery, then you'll probably really enjoy my films. If not, you're about to get real sad.
A lot of them.
Oh, okay. Well then, thank you. Then you know the shtick.
Cool. That's really good.
I hope you enjoy Deathbone.
Yeah.
So
especially
Billy. Who?
Especially Billy.
Yeah, Billy. His performance.
Yes.
As the Goblin King.
No. You know, I was thinking Geek War at the end of Geek War.
Yeah, Geek War is
like one
of the favorites I've ever done, and it's got a great ending.
Love that movie.
A shocking.
It is a shocking ending. All right, so that's great. Okay, so I just want a little housekeeping. We do Gourmet Scum Radio as a show, and we've done it as a podcast for 4 years. The podcast is coming to a close. So if you are somebody who cross streams, I don't know what the hell the term would be, cross the pond, sorry, but the podcast is coming to a close. We'll stick to it online and do it that way. And, you know, maybe you'll see me more in 2019 and it Crept and...
Oh, I think so.
Well, I think the other thing is like you even talked about, so... We'll still do Gourmet Scum Radio when we have geek things to talk about, like Aquaman and other shit like that. And the same thing with the horror side with, I'm losing my...
the Gory Days. Gory Days. Yeah, there will be specific things that we talk about on Gourmet Scum.
A thing.
You know? And then there'll be specific things that we talk about on the Gory Days. For instance... Battle Angel Alita. That'll be a Gourmet Scum.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it, what have you.
Yeah. Say by the...
Or if we want to do a, you know, best science fiction films of 1995 or whatever, that'll be
Sphere.
Gourmet Scum.
Yeah.
Whereas the Gory Days will be like, hey, we're going to do an episode about Fangoria.
Yeah.
We're going to do an episode about Full Moon Pictures. That's what that's going to be. It's not going to be like these long form weird shows anymore, trying to fit a bunch of a million things in one.
It's just too much. We should do a trauma episode.
I'm sure we will.
We really should
for the Gory Days.
Yeah. I don't know why I just thought about it. But we should do trauma.
Yeah. So no more podcasts for Gourmet Scum.
Yep.
Sorry.
Sorry, David. Alexander Supertramp. Hi. What's your favorite mainstream horror franchise?
Ooh. Well,
it's
I guess
Insidious right now.
Well, mainstream. I mean, are you talking throughout history?
Well, he said right now, though.
Oh, in modern times.
He says, I guess
because of all time.
Do you mean like Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th are my favorite horror franchises of all time.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween.
For you?
Yeah. All time. Creep a Freak. That's a great name.
Great show. Have a happy new year. You too, Creep a Freak.
Thank you, man.
You too have a happy new year.
Okay, so all of history.
All history.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. For sure. 100%. I love Hellraiser. I love
Hellraiser.
The Child's Play films.
I would put Child's Play above Michael Myers even.
Okay.
Because of just... I watched them more. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nightmare, though, is number one.
Friday and Nightmare neck and neck for me. Modern, I guess you would be right. The Insidious films, I love them.
Yeah, I mean, I like Saw.
Conjuring. I love Conjuring.
Yeah. Greg says, have you seen The Food of the Gods, 1976?
Is that with the rats, right? Maybe the rats eating the humans?
I've never got into rat horror movies.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of animals running amok. I've talked about it before.
Cujo.
That stuff doesn't do anything for me. I'm just like, well, shoot it or kick it. Like I just don't.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Critters.
Critters. They're critters. Like they're space balls.
Munchies.
Creatures.
That's fine.
Ghoulies. That stuff is fantastic.
But actual real animals, exactly. Can't you just shoot it in the face?
Real stuff or kick it or just like poop on it.
Popples.
The Popples franchise is coming.
It could. Who knows? Everything else is getting turned into
I would
something.
love that. Well, yeah, Zombievers. They're all crazy.
That's it, man. So the other thing is the other thing.
Yeah. So also, the Crept from the 80s show is going to change as well. You know, I don't know if we will change this where it's set.
What?
It still might be shot here.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to rearrange where we shoot it. I think I'm going to change it around to give us a little more room, to make it...
Wait, you don't want to do that other thing in the basement?
I think... I don't know, because I'm like, well...
Just the planning of it?
Because we'd essentially be doing the same thing. You know?
Oh.
Because my original plan was to do old school and make it look old school. Mm-hmm. But because that other show we did it, and now there's another show now that has done it.
Really?
And I'm just like, okay, so everybody's fucking doing it. Okay. Like, so I feel like, well, just a lot of 80s paraphernalia around, which is basically what we have. But I'm going to change it around and so that's a little more roomy for us to shoot.
Okay.
What would be nice, though, maybe you can hook this up with some of your connections, but it'd be kind of cool to up the quality of the show, camera-wise. You know, maybe we can get somebody to do something with us.
What do you mean?
Here and there. Shoot an episode here, shoot an episode there with some nice quality, nice cameras. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Bring up that quality a little bit.
Okay.
DSLRs. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could probably figure out how to do my DSLR. This isn't 4K.
Well, this isn't. I mean, this isn't.
When
this is actually 720.
Around.
This is actually 720.
No, I know.
Because I took the quality down.
But you could turn it up.
You could, but I'm talking about, you know how you get that cinematic quality on those cameras?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
We'll take a look.
You know?
So we're talking about upping the quality of...
Upping the quality of a Crept from the 80s. Yeah. But now in Crept from the 80s, I think it's going to move away from the format that we had. And Crept from the 80s will also basically just focus on one thing per show. I think that makes it more streamlined and it makes it easier for me, and I can focus and get more excited on the one thing. Yeah. So at Crept from the 80s, we're going to do the toys of the 1980s that we loved and we had and stuff like that. That's that show. Crept from the 80s, we're going to talk about 16 Candles. That's that show.
Which I also watched on Christmas.
Yeah, so, you know, the movies that we loved from the 1980s, that's that show. Yeah. Nothing else. We're not going to do the shticks and the weird stuff. And
still going to put commercials in?
I think so. Yeah. I think so, because people really like that.
Yeah.
And it helps keep you in the mood and the groove of what we're doing for Crept from the 80s. So that's going to stay sort of the same but different and moved around a little bit. We're going to try to up the quality of all these shows.
So we started in 2018 in April, May. When did we start this?
April, right? April 2018.
So April 2018. So it hasn't been a full year yet, but we've learned a lot in 2018, and you guys have watched it and seen it morph and seen it change, and we are open to feedback as we have been, and the whole point of from the whole thing with Warlock is to be as interactive with you guys. Like, literally, that's been the point, is how do we connect with our fans in different ways. So we'll continue to do that. And if you have suggestions, we'll continue to take them and throw them out and listen from them. But
stomp on them.
I mean, I think also, like, I still want to shoot on location.
Oh, somewhere. Yeah, we can do guest stuff. We still
want to do that.
We can do stuff from conventions and shows, and of course,
Still want to do a live show from pop rock.
I do too. I've been thinking a lot about that.
Still want to do it. But yeah. All right, Adam says, I'm having a funny horror night for New Year's where we pick movies. I'm picking 2 of yours for mine. Between Deathbone Karaoke Kid, House on Bonejack Hill, and Dingleberries, what 2 should I pick?
Ooh, just 2?
I have my picks, but you can pick. I gotta get some going.
Let's see. Deathbone might bring the party down. Yep. Because it's a long movie, and you really got to be patched into that comedy.
Yep.
To get it. I'm gonna say House on Bonejack Hill.
Yep. And Dingleberries.
And probably Dingleberries.
We picked the same one. Karaoke Kid's great too, but
again, you gotta be in that mood. You gotta know what you're about to get into. whereas Bonejack Hill and Dingleberries are short bursts of insanity.
No, isn't House on Bonejack Hill long?
But not as long as any of the others.
Okay.
No, I think House on Bonejack Hill is maybe 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
So it's a short. Same with Dingleberries.
Okay.
And and if I were you, I would let everybody know what Dingleberries is, as far as, oh, it's supposed to be this 1987 shot on video horror movie with bad acting, bad dialogue, cheesy effects, all that stuff.
Or just say it's a 1987.
Oh yeah, just tell them.
Just say that.
This is a shot on video horror movie from 1987.
Yeah.
You know,
because if someone's gonna put this up against Super Bad, or I don't know what the hell these other people are gonna put in as funny, you know,
Scrooged.
Well, that's a great movie.
I know, but
you know, they gotta know they're in for some weird shit. You're in for some serious shit.
Well, that's another thing. If we do a Back to the Future episode, that'll be Gourmet Scum. Oh, or Crept from the 80s.
Could be either. There's a couple of, I mean, Gourmet Scum, we did a lot of, you know, the year 1980, whatever.
Which now would be moved over to that. But,
yeah.
But if we wanted to do...
We can do 90s.
The director of, you know, or Van Damme films, you know.
Well, it's about time. All right.
I guess that'd be 80s and 90s.
Let's talk about that other thing.
Yes, okay. So we're also going to add a new show. And it's kind of what we did with Gourmet Scum, because every episode of Gourmet Scum we talked about this subject anyway, but because of our love...
Every episode of everything, it gets talked about. Everything.
Yeah, so because of our love of this topic, this subject, we're going to do its own show because we can talk forever about it. We are going to do a Star Wars show.
I'm so excited.
That may not be like exciting for any of you people.
I hope so.
Because there's literally probably 3,000 other Star Wars shows, podcasts, and YouTube, but not from us.
Yeah, that's
so this
the
is
only
from
difference.
Our perspective, and we want to share in that pie too.
Yeah.
We want to talk about Star Wars as much as we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we have a show coming up called Scruffy Looking Scoundrels. It is our Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Nothing but Star Wars. We're going to have some guests on to talk about their love of Star Wars. It's just going to be...
We'll have guests from Tashi Station who will come.
From Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
Now, the beauty of having the Warlock Home Video Network is there's all these other shows, and if you don't want to watch us talk about Star Wars, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
So that's great. You can watch any of the other shows. But if you do, come on over and talk Star Wars with us. And tell your friends. Just in general, if you've got people who you want to turn this stuff onto, please do.
Yes.
Not that I don't love our audience now and the subscribers that we have, but we've been sitting at this number for a long time, and it hasn't been growing that much.
Yeah.
So please tell your friends, tell your nerds, tell your geeks, everybody.
I think we're in a good place right now where we can actually do more shows, though. I think part of it was like we were traveling non-stop from the end of summer through the fall. So between the two of us, at least, regardless of Carrie and Tansky and everyone, and even Tansky was traveling too. So like now we're in that winter. We're going to get into hibernation mode where, you know, I've already seen you like 2 times. No, I've seen you like every fucking week or multiple times this week. So we have more time to do it.
Well, and another thing is about changing up some of the way we do this stuff. It doesn't have to, I don't have to rely on people who can't do it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I can either do an episode or I can say, Casey, let's set every Thursday night. Let's set every Sunday morning or whatever it is.
Right.
Let's do something.
Right.
Be it this Crept from the 80s, be it the Star Wars, be it a Gourmet Scum thing, be it a Gory Days thing. Yeah. So, yeah. There you go. And then again, whoever guests we want to talk to, who can do it that particular time, what have you. We're going to try to bring a little more fluidity as far as people onto each show. Definitely the Star Wars show. We have people. I mean, immediately I thought of Lauren, who would be great to come on and talk about her experience, her history with it.
Yeah.
Because she's also a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And she cosplays and she does a great job with Leia. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll get some people. Greg says, "Are you starting with a holiday special?" Life Day?
Well,
holiday special.
Yeah, that is Life Day.
Yeah, there's. No.
I mean, we can talk about it. You know, but yeah, I think that was probably a joke as well.
Yeah.
But.
Adam, thanks. I will watch the movies you guys picked. All our movies have to be low budget. I enjoyed chatting. Gotta go. I look forward to more videos. Have a radtastic New Year's. You too, bro.
You too, Adam.
Yeah. Thanks for
all the support. I hope you enjoy everything. I hope you guys have a fun, good time, laughing, chatting.
Sensuous New Year.
Let us know what you think. Take some pictures of you guys watching it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure your friends are going to hate them.
Yeah.
So, so, yeah. And remember, folks, if you want to get some movies, get a hold of me. 10 movies right now.
gmail.com.
That's right. You can pick 10 movies. I'll give you a list. 10 out of all the movies. Pick 10. $70 shipped. Let me know. Or if you want that Teen Ape mask, we're only making 5. They're pre-orders. $110 shipped. They won't get made unless you order it. Only 5 to start with. And we will sign them, the mask as well.
Disgusting.
And it'll be your own personal Teen Ape mask replica. $110 with a bullet. Majesty.
Alexander Supertramp says, "Do you have any favorite B horror movies that are more well known? Example, Poltergeist, Jack Frost."
I like Jack Frost. Don't like Poltergeist.
I do like Jack Frost.
That are more well known?
I mean, we both really like Troll 2.
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Class of Nukem High.
Yep.
Redneck Zombies. I mean,
I'm trying to think.
I mean, most of my collection is a shit ton of low-budget B movies that are, well known. I mean, if you think about it, Evil Dead was a low-budget B movie. The original. I mean, we have so many. Yes, there's fantastic ones.
It's hard.
If you want to get really weird, well, no, I guess you wouldn't. This is not a mainstream one, so never mind.
Ginger Dead Man. Yeah, a lot of the stuff from...
The Full Moon stuff.
Full Moon.
But Modern Full Moon blows. I am not a fan of Modern Full Moon.
Yeah, we're Jack Death guys. We're
from like guys. 89 to 98 is good Full Moon. After that, I think it's garbage. So
the Bong. What's that Bong?
Evil Bong. But we'll be doing a Full Moon episode on the Gory Days, a Full Moon themed episode. But probably only talking about the ones we love.
We do have a lot of, I don't know, most of the horror movies we like are
low budget B movies.
Low budget. They're 100 Bong movies. Yes. Yes, David.
Good.
What's the one that Trent's in? Are those Full Moon?
Those are the fucking, what is that guy? Who is he? He's the clown.
I know. I can't think right now.
Killjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend Trent is Killjoy the clown.
Whew. Yikes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all the announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it, guys. Unless you guys have some quick questions.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, throw them in our faces.
We're pretty much done. It was a nice, meaty, awesome post-holiday episode.
Yeah. Did you like the It movie?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Love the book. Love the original miniseries. Yes. I love the original miniseries. And loved this movie. Cannot wait for Chapter 2. I wish it wasn't September 2019, but it's coming. I can't wait.
I just bought it because it was like $5.
The new movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. I'm going to show River.
Are you?
See what he thinks of that. Yeah, on the big screen downstairs.
Woo, buddy.
Black as pitch.
Is there... It's rated R, right?
Of course.
There's swearing, but I can't remember.
Yeah, there's swearing. There's violence, of course. Hell yeah. Are you crazy?
Way to turn him.
Well, he's seen so much already.
Yeah.
There's certain ones that he definitely isn't going to see. But
yeah. Yeah, but we love that movie. Love most Stephen King, honestly.
Yeah, there's some great adaptations.
Yeah.
I love Silver Bullet.
Yep.
I love Pet Sematary. I'm intrigued by the new Pet Cemetery. I love The Mist.
The new Pet Cemetery.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
We'll see. Yeah.
I will see it. I love all your movies.
Rebecca, thank you. Thank you.
What's your favorite
all the movies
one?
that you've seen.
Yeah.
Because I have made 60 films.
60 million.
So I don't think you've seen all of them, but everything that you've seen, Rebecca, I am intrigued by what you've seen. Again, I've got a sale going on. 10 movies for $70.
That you probably have not seen. Yeah, I'll show you Meter Man. Show you.
Actually, do you have Vintage Sievage 2? I think I've asked you that before.
What's on it?
That's the Meter Man one.
No. I'll look.
Someone out there has them because I don't have the master anymore. And everyone is like, I should ask Josh if he has Vintage Sievage 2.
David Hess, any Stephen King stories you would like to see get made? They seem to be hitting his catalog hard lately. Yeah, I mean, I think there's like a bunch coming out next year.
The Stand. I would love to see a movie of The Stand, not the miniseries, which was fine, but a movie. I would like that.
One movie?
Yeah, maybe do that again. Well, I mean, maybe a sequel.
Okay.
Maybe 2 movies.
Yeah.
Because it's such a giant beast of a book.
I mean, they could probably do... What's the one with Christopher Walken?
The Dead Zone.
They could probably do another one of that. I love the show, actually, too, and the movie.
Rebecca, she loves Moist Fury and all the Filthy McNasty movies.
That's cool.
And PIA.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not a big fan of Moist Fury, but it's cool that somebody out there digs it.
PIA!
Out of the Filthy McNasties, 3 and 4 are my favorite, even though I did all of them, but 3 or 4 are my favorite. And I love PIA. We did...
that was fun.
Some different stuff for that one, and it was cool to see how it turned out. And
that was an experiment.
I really liked that one. I wish we could do more PIA.
David Hess wants a volume 2 for...
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah, it would be. David Hess would also like to see PIA 2. Ben Jones in for some office-style entertainment.
Alexander. Ooh, 2 of my favorites. And that's when you really gotta take note, because, as I've said before, I hate most of the films I've made, but Sexsquatch and Terror at Bloodfart Lake are on my top list of the movies I've made. I love them. Love them both.
That's awesome, man.
Sequels, not so much that I've done, but I love those. I don't like Sexsquatch 2, and I don't like Bloodfart 2. Okay. Yeah, even though I made them. I just know what happened. I know what went into them.
Rebecca says, I love them too.
Hell yeah, man.
That's so cool, guys.
Thank you. It's great. Almost in February of 2019, it'll be 28 years that I've been doing this. So it's nice to know.
Can you count it, though, if you haven't done it? Since you've taken a break?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because I've still been doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, 2016 was the last movie, but I'm going to continue to do stuff.
Right.
So yeah. It's been February 2019, 28 years.
Long time.
That's crazy.
I feel like it's
But what I'm saying is, even now, to this day, it's awesome to have people out there who still enjoy the crap that we've done. And will surely continue to do. And hopefully people will enjoy the newer stuff as well. So,
that's pretty rad.
That's great.
Well,
I'll try to keep everyone updated on that damn Death of Lantern remake. You will be the first to know when I actually have it. But I would really like to be able to put out a decent Blu-ray. We only have one. Out of the several Blu-rays we sell, we only have one Blu-ray that's actually a great Blu-ray mastered.
Yeah.
Menu, has extras, commentary, and that's the Evil Night Blu-ray, which is fantastic. I recommend it. We shot the movie in 4K. It's a
fun movie.
It's got the making of the film. It's got the original director Todd Cook talking about the film. It's got audio commentary, and it's got the newly 2014 recut of 12 Inches of Dangling Fury, which was a 2002 movie that we did, short that we did.
It's Meredith host's first movie.
Meredith host's first movie with us, and it introduced the characters of Heather and Pugly.
Oh, yeah.
That is an extra on the Evil Night Blu-ray. It would be awesome to have another Blu-ray like that we put out, because you can get Blu-rays of my stuff that has extras and shit that have extras, but we didn't do it. I just don't have the tech to be able to do that. So if anyone wants to help me put together this Death o' Lantern remake,
we're gonna look. David Hess, any chance of some shorts in front of your shows? Sort of how Red Letter Media does theirs.
I don't know. What I've seen of Red Letter Media, I hate, actually. I don't think those guys are funny at all. So I don't know what they do.
I have no idea what they do, David.
I mean, are you talking about a skit in front of the shows? Or actually putting like a short movie that I've already done in front of the shows? I don't know. Rebecca, I love Meredith. We love Meredith as well. She has become a dear, dear friend.
She got us this shirt.
That's right. 16 years. 16 years this year. 16 years that I have known Meredith, and she's been part of the family. So
skits would be rad, David.
I don't know. I never really wanted to do that. Like when I wanted to do this whole YouTube thing, the idea of skits wasn't a fun thing for me. I just didn't, because I really just wanted to come on and talk about the things that I love. That's it. I didn't want to have to perform. I didn't want to have to like put a shit ton of effort into doing something like this.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to just be raw, from the heart, from the hip, from the genitalia, from the nips. I just wanted it to be real and us talking to the fans and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know.
David, never say never.
I don't know. But you know what I am thinking of doing? I'm thinking of putting up some stuff that nobody has seen as far as raw footage, behind the scenes stuff that I've got on like mini DV tapes that has just been sitting there.
I think you should do that.
And I could put together like some fun stuff to just throw up on the channel. Like I've got behind the scenes of Blood Fart Lake and like, you know, Ski Wolf, Karaoke Kid.
I'm sure you have everything.
I've got like so much stuff. I've got the table read from Ski Wolf.
Oh.
That was really fun. That's all shot.
Yeah.
That would be fun to throw up there. So it's just a matter of me having the time, having the energy, having the motivation,
having the patience
to sit there and load it and put it up. So, you know,
that I think you should do. That's a goal for 2019.
Well, I would love to. You know.
Yeah. That'd be great.
But I would also love to get paid making movies, you know, because that's what I would love to do, and that doesn't happen. And that's why you may not see anything in 2019 from the Sievage Camp. We'll see.
We'll see.
Still trying to get that surprise goal going. Finish that up so I can nip that in the bud for Florida.
David, how was the process of getting Hollow done? Did you enjoy the whole crowdfund process?
That's one thing I don't like.
Crowdfunding?
Him.
Oh, me.
No, crowdfunding. Yeah, because everyone always is like, "Why don't you do like a Kickstarter or something like that, Sievage?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't like it. I just don't like it. You had success.
I didn't. Success.
I never have had success with it, and frankly, I don't. It's a weird thing. But what do you think? Somebody who actually like had success, but also had to sort of deal with it.
Yeah, so it's different because I'm used to doing what we've always done, which is go to a place and kind of like sell movies and then make that money and then go and make a movie, blah blah blah, or make it with $200 in a dream, you know what I mean, and then go and sell it and do the next one. So asking people for money, pledging for money was a different kind of thing. I've had other friends who've done it in the comic book world, which is why I did it, and I set my bar really low. Like, I wasn't like, I need $50,000 for a comic. Some people did. I think I asked for $3,000. I'll say this. I learned a lot how to do it when I do another one, because I've written another couple comics that I want to do, and I'll do it a little bit differently because it's I'll never do it again with one person either. You can't do it. Like one man doing all of the work for promoting it, and
tell me about it.
You can't do it. It's different. Like, okay, you never go to like a show by yourself and sell movies. You don't do it. You don't, though.
I wouldn't do it.
Yes.
I wouldn't do it.
That's it. You as one person going, buy this. What is it? Buy it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's okay. And like I said, I'll do it again. I just learned a lot on how to do it a different way. I'll say this. Now that the comic is out, it came out at an unfortunate time, like right before the holidays, so I haven't really had that much time to promote it. I will in next year. Going to comic book stores, having it, and selling it to people, because we've been doing that for 25 years or however fucking long we've done it, that is way easier. That is going, hey, your hat, Nike hat, come over here. What's this? What's this comic? That I love. I've done it for so long. I like talking to people about, what we do, whether it's LBP or, my own comic. So I prefer that. I prefer if I did it, this comic's already made, I already paid for it, and now this money is just couping the cost. So that's it. It's a good question, David.
Look for that Destruction Kings comic.
I would like to see that Destruction Kings comic, honestly. In 2019, Matt Brassfield. If I can get you to write it.
Yeah, well.
Anywho.
Is that it, guys? Because we're going on 3 hours here, and it's time to pack it in. Right?
We did a good job.
No, it was good. There's a lot of
meaty ham.
A lot of fun, a lot of info.
Yeah.
A lot of infotainment.
Yeah. So I don't know what we have next. We're gonna have to shoot a Star Wars show. We're gonna have to shoot the art for the Star Wars show. You put that up on the thing. See that?
Yeah, I mean we can put that on the channel,
the
Facebook channel, and say, here, look what's coming in 2019.
But just as far as we'll get together and we'll shoot some stuff.
Yeah, we gotta commiserate and figure out what's gonna happen. You will still see Chris Tansky when he can. I don't know about Carrie. I would assume she's just not doing it.
I don't know, man. She's like selling her house, I saw.
Yeah, I know.
Out.
But she still comes to these events. I mean, she just talked about Saturday Morning Sleepover. Like, when's the next one?
Yeah.
So she's
all right.
I don't know, but Ruby does actually continue to show interest and wants to be on more of the show. So I think
she's been here.
Yeah.
She comes.
But I think Ruby is going to be more on the shows, the Crept from the 80s as well.
We can get Lauren to come.
And we'll get Lauren and we'll get Bobby on some more. We'll definitely get Sean King because he's going to talk about all of it. All Star 80s. Wars, 80s, and horror and everything. Yeah. We'll get some people. Hopefully some more people around Rochester.
We'll do a live show here in Rochester.
From Pop Rock? I would like to.
We will.
We got to talk about that.
It's 2019.
We got to do this. So
thanks everybody
folks.
For checking us in.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
So thank you. Hope you enjoy it. And the people
Happy New Year.
Who watch it after. Yes, Happy New Year indeed. Everyone has an awesome New Year. You too, Rebecca. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Rebecca.
We will probably do more live shows. I mean, I've been doing these live shows recently, and it's been a lot of fun. I love talking with everybody.
David, thanks, gents. See you in the next year. You got it, by
That's right. That's right. So, thanks again. Tell your friends. Come subscribe. Talk to us. Get all geeky and sweaty and magical and nostalgic with us. And keep watching the shows.
Yeah.
And check us out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, which is at The Sievage, and the Instagram is Warlock HVN.
Yeah.
Warlock Home Video Network on Facebook. Jimmy Van Brunt, all that stuff. It's going to be great.
He's there, yeah.
We got to get Jimmy on. Chris Walk, of course.
Yeah.
So thank you again. Happy New Year. And when a new episode drops, you'll know because there it'll be.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Bye.